I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Good morning! Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy American holiday. It's National Hoops Day. It is, of course, the greatest day of the year, the Thursday and Friday of the tournament, where we indulge in basketball and brackets and beer, the three holy trinity of fun. VG, the bro, and we are live at Parx Casino, Street Road, Bensalem. Already the Sportsbook popping. People are hanging. It's a great day here at Parx Casino with this magnificent Sportsbook as we get ready for the day of action of hoops. Wall-to-wall basketball. It is the best. Like, you got Thursday afternoon games all day long. Tomorrow, these are the days, man. You know, this is a dream, like a sports fan's dream today, where you just got all kinds of hope and games, and it's the best thing in the world. It's why dudes have been getting vasectomies. All right.
Yesterday was National Vasectomy Day.
Yes.
Famously.
You get to sit on the couch with an ice pack and some Guinness. All right. Already your beer of choice. It is the best day. Boys, happy NCAA Tourney Day.
Yeah, happy holiday, man. It's the greatest 2 days of the sporting year. The greatest 2 weekdays of the sporting year.
Yes.
Super Bowl Sunday's
4
a great
days.
one.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
but
whole
weekdays.
weekend. Oh, yeah, weekdays.
Yeah, these should be shut down. Holidays, they should be today.
It's the
tomorrow.
best. Just the alternating, like, 15, 20-minute, like,
yeah, and if you're at a bar that's got like 6 TVs rolling,
like
all
this?
different games on, yeah, like a sports book. Is
you're just popping.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God.
it's overload. It's awesome.
Yeah. It is overload of our senses, and it is the greatest. Let me give you guys the schedule for today, all right? First day, we got Creighton and Louisville is the first game.
That's a good kickoff.
A really good kickoff.
Yeah.
It's a great basketball game. I think evenly matched. It's an 8-9 seed, evenly matched.
Yeah, I think 9 is historically proven to be the #1 upset, so that's good. Louisville gave Duke a little bit of a run there, minus Cooper Flag.
I thought, and Brown too.
Yeah.
Brown's a big deal. I actually thought Louisville. I think Louisville's underrated coming into the tournament.
They got shafted with their seeding. They should be more like a 6. I felt like.
Yeah.
I think they roll today. I'm not a Creighton fan at all.
I'm not either, and I agree with you. I think today is a Ville day.
Yeah.
I like the Ville today. And then, of course, Purdue and that High Point.
Do you know about High Point? It's like a country club college.
North Carolina or South Carolina?
Somewhere down south.
Yeah.
But they get students there. There's a free ice cream truck at all times.
Nice.
The campus looks like it was constructed like on a computer simulation, and like it looks AI generated.
Really?
It's like state of the art. There's like a free steakhouse for students that they can eat at once a month.
Free steakhouse?
Yeah, there's like a free ice cream truck that's just like around every
I mean,
single
are you
day.
serious?
If you're at High Point, you're probably hungry all the time. You better have.
High
Nah, dude.
Apparently, it's like fake life.
That sounds wild.
I wish them the worst today.
Now, the Girardi.
They got high in their title. If they got high in their title, I'm all about them.
Now, the only thing is, and Girardi said this about this game.
Yeah.
And remember, Dick does Penn State, right? So he sees all the Big Ten games, right? So he knows that league inside and out. And he says Purdue is vulnerable to the press.
Okay.
But High Point does not press.
Well, They should think about it.
So it's
The line opened at 10.5. It's down to 7.5. This is part of my. I'm going to tease High Point today.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to tease High Point in Wisconsin today for the early games.
Well, Wisconsin is the early game.
But the Big
16 and a
Ten
half
always
against
sucks in
Montana.
the tournament too.
Yes.
Like they're
yes.
like in football, they perform well in like
Yes.
bowl games. In basketball, they always soil themselves.
Yes.
I'm a
yes.
big fade the Big Ten guy.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Against
March
Montana,
Madness.
it's not like Montana's a speed unit here.
They haven't won a tournament since I think 2002 Michigan State.
Yeah, probably.
Like
yeah.
the game is like passed them by.
Yeah.
I can't
Although that
stand
Wisconsin
watching
team
games.
They get
does
the
not-
occasional pesky team.
Wisconsin team is not what it used to be with Bo Ryan, where it was plotting
Philadelphia
defense.
ball.
Yes. This is more up and down the floor, and they score the basketball. Houston, the first 1 seed, is in action at 2 o'clock. Auburn, the other 1 seed, is at 2:50. And then you got 3:15. Like, I love the stagger of the day, right?
Yeah.
3:15 Clemson against McNeese State.
I know some people that like McNeese a lot today on the money line.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a hot,
I
that's
just
a hot
looked.
dog?
They're 7.5 dogs.
Yes.
Plus 275 on the money line. There's some McNeese chatter out there.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
This is my favorite game of the day coming up.
That's
BYU, VCU.
I'm all over VCU.
You love VCU.
BYU,
405
I can
today.
fade
BYU on the
easy.
road. They're such a better team at home. BYU. I think VCU's playing well.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
all over that.
VCU Rams 28-6. All right, I like that. 4:30 Gonzaga and Georgia.
Gonzaga's
that.
underrated. People are sleeping on Gonzaga. I feel like it.
Yeah, it's not one of the
A
better
little
teams,
down year for them, yeah.
Sure,
but I
you gotta
think
remember
they
I
think
came out.
they beat Georgia.
They were
today.
ranked top 10 before, and they're gelling now. I think they're playing better towards the end of the season.
All right, and then that's your afternoon session.
Love it.
All right, and then we nestle in for the night session.
And you know what I got tonight? I'm meeting up with some college buddies at a pub. And like we planned it, not realizing it was the first day of March Madness.
Nice.
Like I realized it last week, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is perfect!"
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
It's like finding money in your pocket or something.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's great. That's great. And then your night session, Tennessee and Wofford. This is a great game. Arkansas, Kansas. I like Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You
like
cowed
Kansas.
up?
Yeah, I'm cowed up.
I think I'm going the other way on that
You
one.
like rock chalk?
Just because everyone's all over Arkansas, the line moved in Kansas's favor.
I love this
Kansas
one
5.5.
because Patino is likely to going to get the winner of this in all
Yeah.
likelihood, and it's going to be a coaching heavyweight bout in the second round.
Yeah. Yale and A&M.
A&M's good.
A&M is good. I think that line's light. I think they're giving the Yaleys.
They're going to beat up the smart kids.
Yeah.
Well, Yale's got some big bods.
Yeah, you're Mr. Ivy League.
They got like
Yeah,
I
he
think they
loves
got a
his
7.
Ivy
he
League.
loves
I think they got a
Yeah.
7-footer. You guys just
good
don't know. You
fundamental
guys don't even
basketball.
watch it. That's your issue.
Drake and Mizzou is a good game. The Drake is a slow
Love the
down
Drake.
team. He hates the Drake, right?
Drake is getting rolled today.
Right?
I might take Mizzou minus 9.5, 10 on that one.
So the Drake is 30-3.
Wow.
30-3.
Yeah. I mean, who they play?
No, I
IUP?
get you, but they slowed down the game. It should be interesting. There's a lot of Drake love
they got a
at
good-
the 11 seed.
They got a good coach with a lot of chatter about that Drake guy.
Utah State and UCLA.
Hate. I love when VG gets hate.
Big hate.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one. I think people are snoozing on UCLA. The fighting Mick Crones.
Yeah.
They're going to come out. They're going to be tough today.
And then the Johnnies.
Oh.
The Johnnies against Omaha.
Let's wind them up. Let
Listen,
them hate.
dude.
Hate.
I'm all about it. Great story. But every talking head on ESPN that's from New York now are Johnnies. Oh, I grew up a Johnny. Stephen A. I went to school right across the expressway. I'm a Johnnies. No one's talked about Johnnies in 20 years. Syracuse used to play at Madison Square Garden. It would say New York's team, Syracuse. Now suddenly the Johnnies are New York team. Get out of here.
Wow.
Line it up.
Mr. Syracuse.
Yeah.
He loves the Q's.
He doesn't like the pasta
It's his
prematura
only
conversation.
downfall. He's a great dude, VG. I love VG. But this Syracuse thing, we've been going back at it forever with this
I'm
Syracuse
surprised
stuff.
Stephen A's not wearing a Carnesecca sweater. Come on.
I love it. Let's go, Johnny's.
Does Patino, if I set the line at Patino busting out the white suit in the tournament,
Oh, dude.
yeah.
If he gets to the Sweet 16, I think the suit comes out.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
do you
Now-
put it like minus 300 that it comes out?
Yeah. Now, Dick Girardi point on this game about St. John's, because you know St. John's really well. He's very close to Patino. They are track buddies.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So his point is that the defense that St. John's plays, it wears you down.
Yeah.
It just completely, and by the time...
He's like the Thibs of college basketball.
Yes.
He'll just work you.
And at the 30-minute mark, you see teams wilt. So keep an eye out on that when you're kind of handicapping this stuff. Michigan and San Diego.
Woo. Upset alert, upset alert, upset alert.
Well, they're 2.5.
Yeah, dude, this is an outright San Diego
Don't say
game.
less. I'll fade Big Ten anytime you ask me to.
So the only thing
Grab it at
about
plus 120.
the brain will be on later on. He's a Michigan guy. He knows his team inside and out.
Is he Ann Arborsman?
Yes,
Is he?
he's an
Okay.
Arbisman. Yes. Now the only thing is, the line makers really taxed you with San Diego.
Yeah.
They taxed 2.5. San Diego 30-4 over the regular season.
The Fighting Kawhis.
You know, Michigan played well. Obviously winning the Big Ten. And then that's the 10:05. That's the 10 o'clock game.
The Tony Gwens.
Yeah.
He was a great point guard back in the day.
He was. And then the 10-10 game, Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington.
It's a dangerous team if they're healthy, Texas Tech. They got two guys banged up. But if they're healthy, they can make a run.
Yeah, they can. They should be able to get past
They should.
UNC Wilmington.
Dude, if I could go back in time, I would have applied. Young Jamie would have applied to UNC Wilmington.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's great down there. Like a beach university. It's awesome. North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out.
Wilmington's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's our first day of the tournament is set up. I have to tell you, I loved this.
Don't you wish we were just like belly up at a bar right now?
Oh my God! Yeah, well, I mean, you guys will be there later on today. I do miss covering it. I used to go and I would cover these games, and you know, you covered 4 games.
You're there
When I was
14
in New
hours
York,
a day just at the stadium.
When I was in New York, I mean, I'll never forget. You know, you remember Ashley Judd?
Yeah. Big Kentucky Wildcat fan.
Correct. Right.
She's hot.
Yes.
Very.
And this is back in the day in the late
Still?
90s.
Ashley Judd, yeah.
Holding it down still?
I mean, I would imagine.
Late 90s.
Yeah, check that out.
I'm
Yeah.
covering the tournament, and Ashley was all over it. All over it. She was there. She was in the press room. I was hanging
Did you
with
interview her? Or?
Yeah, I was. Oh yeah. In fact, I got to know her.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I would see her.
Oh, did we now?
I wish. Yeah. I got to know her, and we were. We would always talk, and I'd see her in the press room.
What
like,
was
a
she
couple
famous
years.
for? Actress or singer?
Actress.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a really good actress.
Was
Wait,
her
wasn't
mom
her
a
mom
singer?
a judge?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but she was the actress.
She broke off from the family business. Yeah.
Yes, but that was. But she was. She was. I never forget the excitement of being around all those games and the tip-offs, and in fact, one year I covered Tony Gonzalez and Cal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One of my favorite life memories was my dad pulling me out of school to take me down to the morning shoot around at the Spectrum. Because we
Before
weren't.
Leitner?
Yeah, we weren't going to the game, but he pulled me from school and he said, surprise, we're going down to morning shoot around. And we went down to the Spectrum and just sat in the stands and watched.
The shoot-arounds are great.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
How about the Leitner play the other night, Alabama State?
Yeah.
Was that nuts?
That was wild.
That was again that inbounds pass. All of a sudden you started. Were you there at the Duke game, the Leitner game?
No,
the Spectrum?
I was not there.
I remember exactly where I was watching it, though. I was downstairs in our unfinished basement, standing on top of my Nintendo trackpad.
Nice.
Do you remember that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude, for the Olympics on Nintendo.
Oh, do you sprint? You run
You
on
used
the
to
track
sprint
pad?
and then hurdle the hurdles.
yeah,
And me and my
that's
dad
great.
were watching. Then we had like a Pop-A-Shot machine, and we were watching on this old crappy TV that was like this thick. And I was standing on the trackpad, and like one of those core sports memories I'll never forget.
Oh my God, that's
You
fantastic.
can picture every 93 World Series, or you can picture the TV, the carpet, the couch, like all of it. Yeah.
That game, we were at the Palladium.
Oh.
And it was me, Tush, Boo, and Vinny, right?
Oh, man.
Solid crew.
So Boo had a bunch of fistful of tickets to the game, right?
Oh, really?
And this is before I was in college, right?
Yeah.
So he has a fistful of tickets. He would scalp tickets to help pay his way through law school.
That's great
Where'd he
business.
get them all
Right?
from?
Got a guy.
Yeah, we had hookups back then.
He had a guy.
Things were easy. So
There was no Ticketmaster.
but he shut us out.
Oh, he sold them all?
So he's like, dude, this is a big ticket.
I need this cash.
This is a big ticket. And Toots got in, and it was just me and Vinny, and we watched the game at the Palladium.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man.
Yeah,
That's a violation.
We got shut out.
That's
on
no
that.
good.
Yeah. But the memories of the tournament's
It's the best.
It really is. It's we were talking about last night. We had our JV All-Star game.
Nice. How'd it go?
Camden County versus Burlington
Moss
County.
fill it up.
We had a good game. Yeah, we
Nice.
won. Coach Ernie did a great
Nice.
job. All right,
Big Earn.
And
Didn't I tell you to call me Big Earn?
Yeah, Big Earn's solid.
we won by like 30. It was a good. It was a good.
Nice.
It was a fun. It was fun game. But we got this whole conversation talking about the tournament and the greatest pieces of the tournament and all the this is one of the greatest sporting events ever.
Yeah, and I just said to you before the show started, you don't have to pay attention all college basketball season if you don't want to. You can dive head into this, and you'll fall in love with some kid you never heard of, some team that's making an awesome Cinderella run. You don't need to be a college basketball expert to enjoy March Madness.
No, and I was sitting last night at the pub, at the bar. There was a woman next to me, and
I like pub over bar.
yeah, me too. He gives me a hard time.
No, because he acts like he's
Here we go.
he's in London.
I don't.
He acts like
I'm just acting like
I was
it's a bar
at the pub.
No, a pub's got good food.
Yeah,
Decent food.
Yeah, pub's
Yeah.
easier to say.
No, every bar is a pub.
No, if I'm
Yeah.
at a tap room where there's no food, it's a bar.
Dude, there's nowadays.
I'm at the Locust
this
Bar. It's the
isn't
bar.
1995 where you had bars that didn't have, all they had was Lay's potato chip.
They're still out there. You've been to O'Jung's lately? That's a bar. That's not a pub.
BG would call that a pub.
There's a couple of them around, and you could probably people still probably smoking them.
Yes,
right.
they're bars if you can smoke it, for sure.
But
Oscars is a bar.
But honestly, that is way woe begone.
All right. My point was,
You're
Oscars
right all the
has a
time.
really good sneaky cheesesteak that's cut into thirds.
yeah, they do.
All
You'll
right.
pay for it the next day usually.
Yeah, but it's a solid cheesesteak.
But I like a bar cheesesteak.
Yeah,
Bar pizza.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
You know.
But to get to your point,
to
to get to my point, the
the
woman
pub.
said, it's really easy these days. I just did like an hour of research just so I sound somewhat literate about the next 3 or 4 days. So anyone can hop on
Yeah.
the bandwagon.
yeah, it's just a great time.
Wall to
man.
wall action.
It is. It's just fun. It's it's a great American
Get an
pastime.
update from my bar. Soup of the day at O'Neill's is lobster bisque.
Wow, that's a good call.
On tournament day, we're busting out the
I
big
know I'm
guns.
getting text updates.
I may have to go stop down and get me some lobster bisque with a Guinness and watch the game.
That's
man.
usually my go-to spot. Kids complicated things. But
Dude, I got baseball practice tonight.
yeah, I know. I used to be.
Oh, my
I
God.
got piano lessons later too. I got to take her too. But O'Neill's
man.
these first 2 days.
Yeah,
it's the best.
all that stuff. It's just so much fun. It really is.
Hey, do you remember Tim M in the chat saying they used to love when the cool teacher would roll a TV
Oh,
in the
yeah.
class? I never had that happen.
I had
Yeah.
it occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
Because
that's
one of the
great stuff.
teachers was an alumnus of, I think, North Carolina, Miss McDermott. Shout out her. And she would bring in the TV because it mattered to her.
It's the best,
Yeah.
man. It really is. It is the greatest.
I should text my wife and tell her to get the TV in for her kids today.
Yeah, you should. You should do. Be the cool teacher.
Yeah.
All right. Be the cool teacher. All right. Let's take a quick TO. We got lots to get to. So, Coach Adam Fisher from Temple
Nice.
is going to
Yeah.
join us coming up. Then we're going to have the Brain at 11:50 sets you up for the day.
All right.
David Segui to talk a little Phillies. I have Phillies worry.
Do
I
you?
gotta run
Because
by
they don't have a fifth starter?
And Danny
Taiwan.
D, the AD. It's just I got a little bit of an angst. It's an angst.
Oh, man.
I'll get through it, but I got a little angst all of a
All
sudden.
right, 1 week from today.
All right, I know. I mean, it's going to be amazing. And Danny D, our AD, little prep load. All right, so we'll get into it. We are here at the fabulous Parx Casino. It's hopping. Baldini! Mike Baldini's in the house. It's hopping. Look at this place. The sportsbook's outrageous.
Comfy chairs.
Oh, yeah.
Got the rock action.
I
Great
love
chair.
it. I love it. I just did. This is a great time. All right. Let's talk a bit about some of our friends. All right. Let's go to Golden Nugget Jewelers. Listen, you know, we're going to watch hoops, do all the whole thing today and enjoy ourselves. But we'll talk about it, right? Make sure you take care of your girl. All right. You got to do that. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. Maybe you do a little March Madness gift. That's a VG move.
Yeah.
He's got the old
sweeten
Ed
them up
Smart.
so you disappear for 4 days.
You know what I mean? That's a great
It's a good move.
Yeah, I love it. I just think it's a smart idea. Go see your own 8th and Chestnut, the heart of Jewelers Row, for beautiful baubles. All right? They have incredible, beautiful jewelry that you'll love. If you're thinking about popping the question, go see your own. He'll sit you down, give you a whole dissertation on the engagement ring, from the designers like Decory and Viraggio for the settings, to picking out the diamond, right, to making it work within your budget. It's Golden Nugget Jewelers in the heart of Jewelers Row in Center City, Philadelphia. GoldenNuggetJewelers.com, where Philly gets engaged.
Yeah, today's a great day to have a nice savings account, so you got some spending money to place some bets all day long. And our friends over at TrueMark Financial Credit Union are there to help you out, because as springtime comes, it's time to spring into some savings. So if you got some financial goals, whether it's buying a house, taking a dream vacation, that important emergency fund, or your betting fund, TrueMark Financial Credit Union's got the perfect savings account for you. TrueMark Financial offers higher rate certificates and money market accounts to help your money grow faster and work harder for you. So you can visit TrueMark.com for rates and to learn more. TrueMark.com. TrueMark Financial, federally insured by the NCAA, equal opportunity lender. Rates are subject to change.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now joining us, the coach at Temple University. I love him. Philadelphia guy. Just a great people, and a really good basketball coach. Adam Fisher joins us. Coach Fish, what do you say, my brother?
I got to be honest, man. I'm pissed I'm spending time with you. I wish I was playing today.
I know you do.
Out there.
I know
love
you do.
Guys, but I am pissed about it. But but if I have to be here, it's not a bad option.
Listen, brother. I know what's in your heart, and I know how you feel today. And let's talk about this for a second, because we get shut out 3rd year in a row from our teams, including my alma mater, TU, from the tournament. And what's the challenge, man? What's this challenge like, trying to build a competitive program in these different environments?
It's changed a lot, and it is, and there's a fine line right now, right, between complaining and the truth. And I deal with this with our staff all the time. We can't complain that we're not going to have the top resources and we're not have the top NIL. Figure it out. It's just the truth. But right now, we've got to get better. Our leagues have to get better. If you look at, the Big Five, besides the Big East, every one of our leagues was a one-bid league. Every one of them. And that's challenging. You've got to be really good for 4 days or 3 days to go win your league right now. So it starts with that. I think we've got to do a better job in our leagues, the A10, the AAC. And I only watch mostly our league, but like those teams are really good in both those leagues. Like those should be multiple bid leagues year in and year out. So we've got to try to figure that out. At least for our league, I'm excited. We have a new commissioner, Tim Pernetti, used to be the AD over at Rutgers. He has been phenomenal. Like he's got some crazy ideas to change things up, and he's not just an idea guy. He's trying to implement. So, but there's a lot of challenges, right? It's the transfer portal and NIL. We've heard about it for the last couple of years, but right now it's insane. It's monopoly money out there, and you look at these leagues, right? The SEC, do they get 14? If I read that, and there's only 16. I think they had 6 teams in their league finish below 500 in their league and make the tournament. So you see where this trend is going, and it's a challenge. But you gotta face it head on. We've got to go compete, man. Like we've got to go get better and make sure we're playing and hear our name called on Selection Sunday.
See, and that brings in, you bring in the SEC, and the relationship of the football schools are really tough, right? Because you have that kind of money to spend on players. And, you look at what St. John's did with Patino, and he's like, listen, we're just all about the portal. I mean, does it become that you're just kind of look at the portal? Because then you're afraid, because you have to almost re-recruit your kids every year, which presents a whole other challenge.
Well, and that's what you're dealing with. I mean, the season ended, and I'll just give you our example, right? Our season ended not the way we wanted, obviously, and the next morning, the first thing I did was met with every senior. What can we do to help you? Is it call Portsmouth Invitational, get you there? Do you have an agent? Where are you at academically? So that's our first wave. And then after that, we set up meetings on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with our roster, and it's such a crazy thing. Like we started 2 freshmen, and you would be so excited 5 years ago. Man, we got 2 freshmen.
Yeah.
We're gonna get better. And now you're like, are you staying or going? And it's you got to re-recruit and explain. And I think our staff, and a great credit to our staff, I think I have some great people on staff. Mike Huger, Bobby Jordan, Chris Clark, Khalif Wyatt. Like, we're honest. We tell you, like, hey, man, this is what you did really well. But we finished 7th. Like, we've got to get better. And for us to get better, you've got to get better. And here's the areas. So I think when you're honest with the approach, it's helpful. But like you said, you're re-recruiting. Like right now, everybody's talking about the bracket. I joked with you in a text. I was like, I better look at this bracket before I jump on here. I've been in the transfer portal window with my own team. The portal wasn't even open until Monday. I mean, it's really open months ago. I joke it opened like last November when people start calling and do this. But like Monday it opens and it's like, oh, geez, here we go.
Yeah, that's the biggest piece of it. Like, it's like you almost have to kind of figure it out. Jay did such a great job at manipulating how the climate was a few years back, right? Like, so he was like, I'm not going to deal with one and dones. I'm going to go to that next tier, grow them, and even if they leave after a sophomore, junior year, we got other guys to kind of fill it. And when he wins those championships, it kind of worked perfectly where guys came in and were ready to fill shoes and fill roles. And now you have to rethink your entire kind of plan, strategy. Is there a strategy of kind of navigating this world?
I think it's unique for every school, and you've got to get really, really creative. And that's what we're doing right now, whether that be junior college, whether that be international, whether it's guys that maybe didn't play, that you recruited 3 years ago. They're at a high major, they didn't play, but you have a relationship with them. So we're turning over every rock, and we're trying to build it again. It's a puzzle. So the hardest part is you want to know who's coming back. Like I told my guys, we have 8 guys. I want all 8 back, right? In a perfect world, that's my opinion. But now they've got to go talk to their people and figure out what's best for them. And then they get 30 days. So even on Monday when it opens, somebody could go in the transfer portal on day 29, and you're like, oh, we were kind of focusing on building around this person or that person. So it's a unique challenge, but it's one that we signed up for, and we got to go attack it. There's no complaining. It's like you said, Coach Wright did an amazing job figuring out what worked for him and his university, and he knocked it out of the park. And he did it year in and year out. We've got to figure it out for us, and I thought we were on the right approach this year. We went back in the portal with some guys that we had great relationships with 6 years ago. Jamal Mashburn Jr. is a guy that we try to recruit. He was a junior in high school. And then you got to really evaluate. And I thought our staff did a really good job of finding some young freshmen who maybe, not top 150 kids, top 2. I think the numbers and the rankings are total. I'm not allowed to curse on this, right? Total BS. Yeah. So we go off the eye test, man. Can you hoop? And that's what we look for. And, I think we did a really good job of finding that and then piecing it together with freshmen, transfer portal, and returners. Yeah,
Mash getting hurt really killed things because you were in a ton of close games. And that's where, if Mash is there, maybe it tips the other way. Yeah, we had to reinvent ourselves a few times, right? When you start your roster, we had 16 guys. We were really excited. And then, Lynn Greer, had some issues that didn't work out where he didn't play. We thought he'd be a really good piece. Jameel Brown had some things happen where he didn't play. So now you re-figure it out, right? So now you're like, okay, we got to figure it out without those 2 guys. And then I thought we did. We get to 14-8. Mashburn got hurt.
and then we had a tough 3-week stretch where we lost 6 in a row, and 4 of those games are a possession, overtime. And it was challenging. And I'm proud of our guys because they figured it out for the last 3 regular season games. We win at the buzzer on a shot. We beat North Texas. You go on the road in a close game, so we were figuring it out. And we ran out of gas in the last one. But I thought we got to see some young guys make some great strides.
Is St. John's a potential model for you? Like, look at what Pitino did in the portal and kind of building that team that way. Can that be something?
Yeah, he and I don't want to misspeak because I don't know numbers, but they're probably like Bloomingdale's.
Right.
And, and I think we're at Five Below store. So
right.
It's a matter of, we might have the same product, but the amount of money at the Bloomingdale's bag versus the one I buy my little daughter at Five Below is a little different, but they're both bags. So it's a matter of
I feel you. I know.
Trying to get that bankroll and do it the right way, yeah.
I know. And they have the luxury to just focus on basketball and not worry about football. So,
that's what you're going to see. Some of the schools, even mid-majors that don't have football, they're going to invest a lot more money into basketball once this House settlement comes through, which we all think will pass April 7th.
What do you think happens on April 7th? How do you kind of, what do you think is the offshoot of it?
It's funny. Every time you think something happens, there's another lawsuit. So I've told my staff, I don't read anything about it. Just fill me in. I'm just going to try to recruit, and figure out how we can be competing for the top part of our league every year. So I joke with them. I was like, if you see an article, send it to me. Otherwise, I won't see it.
All right. Let's look at what's going to happen in just a few moments as this 2025 NCAA tournament tips off. Let's look at some of the top seeds. Let's start with Duke and kind of what they. I mean, I know the ACC is down, but that team just comes at you in waves, and Flag is just completely special.
No, I think John Shire's done an unbelievable job, right? Following a legend. And they're not missing a beat. I think they're top 5 in offense and defense in the country in KenPom. Like, when you have both sides of the ball, like, for example, St. John's is like number 1 defensively, but 60s offensively. So
right.
Top 5 in both categories, man. Like, oof. Like everyone says, defense wins championship, but you got to score. And Duke's got both, which is really going to be hard to stop, I think, especially if they're fully healthy.
Yeah, and then you have Florida, which is the same way, which comes at you in these waves and can just engulf you. And they play quick and they play fast and they can shoot the 3 and they play a little defense too.
Yeah, again, another team, top 10 in the country in both. Number 1 offense, Walter Clayton. They can really score the basketball. And I think, I think you always see it in the experiences I've had being in the NCAA tournament. Sometimes the games can get off to a little bit of a rocky start. You're in a crazy gym. You don't know the backdrop. So sometimes shots don't fall. So I think the teams that can figure out how to score early in these games, especially in these Thursday, Friday games, they're the teams that do a great job if their defense comes to play too.
Well, who do you like when you look at, because it feels like this is a more of a top seed tournament, more of a chalk tournament, though, this world, you never know what happens.
I agree with you, and I think it's, I've watched Auburn play a couple times, and I'm like, holy mackerel, right? You watch Houston and how they can defend, and you're like, wow, like that's impressive. But I've seen Duke, I've got some friends in the ACC, so I try to watch Notre Dame, I try to watch Miami this year, and they've been really, really impressive. But then I think it's, you see a team like Louisville get seeded 8, and I don't know anything about seeds, and I'm like, they finished second. Like, man, like that's a tough draw. Like, I've seen Maryland play unbelievable, and I'm like, they're a 4 seed. They might have to match up against Memphis, who I'm a big fan of. So I think you'll see a lot of chalk, but there's some interesting matchups, like the Hall of Fame bracket down there. I mean, you got, what is it, Kansas, Arkansas, and then winner St. John's, like, holy mackerel. So I think you'll probably see a lot of chalk, but it's what makes these 2 days great. Whatever we think, it ain't going to happen. There's going to be some crazy buzzer beaters.
You know what the other thing, too, is the challenge between Thursday, Saturday, and Friday, Sunday. where, you get these teams so that you usually don't know, right? So, and John Chaney, God rest his soul, was a master at this, right? Because they couldn't figure out the matchup zone, right? Like the zone completely befuddled teams. So like that was always a big deal. What's the challenge like? You survive on a Thursday, Friday, but then you get the quick turnaround, and you have to prepare your team for something they have never seen before.
It's really challenging, and I think coaches have done a really good job of trying to prepare you a little bit with the non-conference. So when you sign up for a tournament, you're going to play 3 games in 4 days. That's like the format. Like you got to get ready to go, and it prepares you for the conference tournament. But it's at that point, it's almost like, hey, this is what we do. We got to do it better than what they do. And I've been in those rooms where you're up till 3 in the morning. You win it, and maybe you got to watch the game after to see who you play. I remember being a GA at Villanova, and I think we were the last team to get in the 1 year in the tournament, and then we win. Then there was an upset. We played another one, and my first year as a GA, I'm like, man, we're in a Sweet 16. This is crazy. Coach Wright's a genius. Then the next year we go to the Final Four with Scotty Reynolds. But look, there's a lot of luck involved too, man. Like it's
draw,
and who you get,
matchups,
But I think and a lot of these teams, right, to get to this point, if you win your conference tournament, you got to be pretty successful. You've had to show you can be really good for 3 or 4 days if you're at these lower schools. And I think you stay hot. And some of them just have nothing to lose, right? It's the underdog. I remember being at BU. We were a 6-team playing Kansas with the Morris twins. And we were down like 4 at the half. And I'm like, we got this. This is awesome. We're down 4 where they're going to be the first 16 seed. And then like 6 minutes into the second half, it's 20. You're like, dang, how did that happen? Like, damn, the Morris twins are pretty damn good. So I think it's that belief, and that's why I tell teams all the time, like when you're playing some of these smaller schools, if they have a chance to stay around at that under 10, that under 8, the team that's supposed to win gets a little tight, and then you got to crush their hope. You got to put it away from the beginning and just keep going in the NCAA tournament, especially these first weekend.
Yeah, there is. When teams get hot, man, it's it's so much fun because the momentum, and you see it because the game is a game of runs. You just see that momentum just on a dime. And then if the underdog is challenging and having success, and then all of a sudden it's inside, like you said, 5-6, then all of a sudden teams get tight. All of a sudden you go, oh my God, wait a second. All of a sudden the clock starts to weigh on you a little bit.
No, for sure. And I think that's what makes this the best weekend, right? That's why I'm so angry we're not playing it. It's such an amazing weekend, and you want your players to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, while I got you here, I just wanted to ask you a question because we only got the one camera angle. I coach some at-risk youth in the city, and I know that a lot of times they look at a basketball scholarship or an offer as a way to get out of the city. And we've seen the Big Five. It seems like there's a tough time keeping kids here. I just wanted to know, do you find it difficult to recruit inner city kids in Philly, to keep them in Philly to play hoops? Are they looking to get out of are their families looking to get them out in certain situations?
No, it's a great question. I had to change my pitch because when I was at the University of Miami, I was like, you got to get out of this city. Come on. Let's come out to the palm trees and the ocean. I think there's something special, though, about, playing at home. We have a young man, Zion Stanford. He hits a game winner at home, and I see it on film. I didn't even notice it live. But his dad and his little brother stormed the court. They're the only 2 people that stormed the court after he hit the game winner. And I'm, like, watching on film. I'm like, wait a second. Is that, So we rewound it. Like, there's something to be said for that, right? There's something to be said for representing your family in the city. And, for us, it's trying to make sure guys understand, how good the city is, right? Like, to us, the Big Five is special, right? Like, to me, like, when I get goosebumps for every Big Five game, right? It's like, this is like a tournament feel. Like, we want to kick their butt. And then afterwards, you give them a hug and you root for Zach Spiker the rest of the year. You root for Fran Dunphy the rest of the year. And I think kids don't fully understand that. But if you are from the city, that's your best bet of understanding the Big Five. You try to recruit somebody from Texas or somewhere else. Big Five is, what is the Big Five, right? So I think there are challenges to it, and I think there's also some, hey, you're going to play basketball for a long time, right? You want to be a pro. Everybody tells you, right? I want to be an NBA player. I want to play professionally. After college, you don't choose where you go. This is your one shot. If you want to play in front of your family and friends, this is it. So why not take advantage of it? You're not going to be this close to home until you probably retire, unless you're like Lonnie Walker and you get a chance to come back with the Sixers, right? Like it's, so it's a unique situation, but it is. I think there's a mixture, long-winded answer for some kids want to get away, and I think some kids enjoy that comfort of, man, I can get a home-cooked meal on a Sunday. Drive home 20 minutes, right? Hey, I got freshmen that don't know how to do laundry. I'm going to go home and see mom, but it's really just to drop off my laundry so they do my laundry the first year.
We got to get one of the missions I really would love to see come back is from the fan perspective, is the Big Five. We were talking about it yesterday. I love, it's such a great thing. We got to figure out a way to make it a thing again, all right? Because it's too important part of our city. It's too important from our history to not have it be a big deal.
And at first I was a little skeptical of the new format just because I was such a believer in the palestra. I think the palestra is amazing. I think every player should play there. You should tour and walk around and see all the pictures and the stuff and memorabilia that's up there, and the greats that have come through that historic building. But I do give credit. I remember playing the championship our first year and walking out, at Wells Fargo, and I was like, this place is packed. And then they threw out the streamers, and that environment was awesome. But I think getting that interest, what was cool that week, and it just depends on scheduling, we ended up playing LaSalle on a Wednesday, and the winner of that went to the championship on Saturday. So we go to triple overtime.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people sent a message out to the dorm, but we started that game, it was like not that filled up in the arena. By the first overtime, I looked up, I was like, holy crap, where did these people come from? By the third overtime, like the lower bowl is packed.
Yeah.
But it's getting excitement and that energy. And we saw it this year. We played at LaSalle. Credit to them. New arena, sold out. We went to Drexel for their first ever Big Five game last year, sold out. So I think I agree that we got to get that energy and excitement back. But, a lot of people don't probably view it the way we do. Like, I've grown up, the Big Five was special. The players in the Big Five were pros. Like, you were like, oh, man, I'm going to watch NBA dudes on every team. You're talking LaSalle. You named it. And that's what made it really cool.
And you see the appetite, when we, how the Catholic League and the Public League, and they selling out the palestra. We got my man, Danny D from the Prep. He's here.
He's the best.
Every Thursday he comes and hangs with us. And, you saw that thing. That thing's unbelievable what it does.
It's awesome.
There's a lot of great talent here, man.
There is.
Like, the game is alive. Hey, I got one thing I'm curious about how this new climate can work and keeping kids in school, because I think the game, you just need at this age, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree that you gotta, from 18 to 22, the longer you stay, the just more well-equipped, the better ball player you are. I always like making a kid to half-baked pies when they leave too early. And I was having this debate last night that if I'm Nike, or actually signed with New Balance, but if I'm a shoe company or I'm Gatorade, and I'll take a guy like Cooper Flag. If you're Cooper Flag and I'm the big brand and I go, hey, I'm going to make you the face of March, and I'm going to give you, $200 million, right? But you got to stay, and you got to be the face of March. If you're Cooper Flag, why wouldn't you do it? Like, the money that's being generated now, not just with NIL, but also now from external sponsors, why be in a hurry to go to the NBA? If you're a top player like Cooper Flag, you could be the face of March, and you're getting paid.
It's a great point. It's, look, I tell every family when I talk to them and the young men in our meeting, you got to do what's best for you and your family. And everybody's family situation is different.
Right.
Never coached in the NBA, never played in the NBA, but I think this is as good as it gets in college. I'm like, you get on charter planes, they give you more gear out the wazoo, they get you massages. Yeah, I need a doctor's appointment to drive you there. You get to the NBA, and I've heard from guys that I've coached, like that first year is lonely, and they don't realize, like, hey, these are grown men. Like, there might be 8 guys on the team who've got kids. You don't see them after the game. Our games are done. We got like 5, 6 dudes going to eat together and hanging out, and that doesn't happen always at that next level. So I tell our guys, enjoy this. This is as good as it's going to get, and there's nothing like college basketball. Like, if we can get the Core Center field, like, you've been there when it's packed. Like,
Yeah.
tell me what's better. Like, it's hard for me. Like, if we can fill that place up, or you're playing and you hear your name called on Selection Sunday, like, there's nothing better than that, in my opinion. That feeling, and that's why, you know, it's a great credit. A lot of these NBA guys are starting to get involved with their colleges. Like,
Yeah.
There's a pride and a passion. Whether they played for 10 teams in the NBA, they got that school, or in today's world, that school they feel is home. You know, and that's important.
I'm with
I agree
you.
with
Hey, last thing, Coach. Just curious, any teams that you look that you think, you know, match up that could be pretty dangerous for us to keep an eye out?
You know, there's a couple, I think. You know, I've watched VCU a lot. I got a friend that coached at VCU. I was shocked that they were 11 seed. Shocked. I just think they are really, really good. Max Scholga does a great job. I think, you know, Clemson is a team I've watched a few times, and I think they got a chance. You know, it's hard. Some of the other schools I haven't seen as much. I've watched Illinois, and I watched Illinois lose bad to Duke, and I watched Illinois win by 40, and I'm like, whoa, is there injuries? Like, you just don't know if you're watching it. So I think, you know, some of those are teams to keep an eye on. And, you know, again, we always think there's going to be chalk here or chalk there, but I think there's some really good matchups, like, you know, High Point. Like that High Point, I watched them play once. I was really impressed. I think they get Purdue.
Yeah, they got Purdue.
And I played Purdue way too much to ever go against Matt Painter when I was in the Big Ten. But, like, High Point was pretty darn good. So I think there's going to be some intriguing matchups. And again, I think if you can make shots and guard, you got a great chance if you want to be smaller school.
I love it. I love it. Listen, we need you playing, all right? So
Can I give one shout out though?
Please.
I hope I don't screw this up. I might screw this up. But I think it's Kevin Nagandhi's birthday. So I want to make sure we say happy birthday to Temple legend. He has been a phenomenal friend since I've gotten the job, and I'm grateful for everything he does. So I think it's his birthday today. If I screwed this up, I apologize.
You know what? And Andrew, isn't today Kevin Day? Kevin's usually on with us on Thursdays, so we got to make sure we love Kevin, and he's a weekly guest on our show, and we'll make sure that he sees this. All right.
All right. And we need all 3 of you for lunch on campus at Temple. My treat.
I love it.
There.
Figure it out. And we got to get this done. I would love to just pick your.
And we'll do the show. And we'll do the show live from campus too. That'll be fun.
What you guys do for sports in Philadelphia, not just college, but you do it for all the pros, but also the high school stuff. And I think what you guys do is really important. So I'm very appreciative of all the coverage you give everybody in this area. So thank you guys.
We love you. We're proud of it. Fish, thanks, man. We love you, buddy. And we're rooting for you, man.
See you guys.
Thanks, pal. There he is. Coach Fish, he's terrific.
Yeah, I hope they get rolling. I'd love to see them on a run and the crowd, the city rally behind them.
It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
It would be great. All right, let's take care of some business, and then the brain's coming up.
Nice.
So I know you're going to be excited for the brain.
Yeah, I want to hear what he's got to say today.
You're right. Like, I know you'll be.
Oh yeah.
You'll be paying attention, wide-eyed, right now. But let's talk about some of our friends. All right. Let's talk about Parx Casino, where we are right now, and the sportsbook's popping. Like, there's this energy that's here that's really cool, isn't it?
Yes. And is that guy 8 feet tall? Holy crap.
The energy here at Parx Casino is amazing. But don't forget, if you can't get here today or tomorrow over the weekend, you got the BetParx Sportsbook online casino apps got you covered for the tournament. Your futures plays right now, when you look at it, 25 on Duke pays 80, 25 on Florida 100, 25 on Auburn on 125, 25 on the Johnnies 600. All right, 25 on Michigan State 6 1/4. All right, of those plays, the Johnnies, dude.
Everybody's Johnny'd up.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Whether your team scores or not, there's always another way to play on the Parx online casino sportsbook app. All right, the only app that I'll ever use and recommend. That's right. You play all your favorite casino games in the palm of your hand. My man VG loves it. Live dealer, blackjack, roulette, poker. You got all the hot online slots based on the movies like Rocky, Ted. They have a Goonies slot. All right.
You know, pop a shot, lucky tap.
Yeah. Play favorite hot online slots. And again, Cash Eruption.
I love Cash Eruption.
Fortunes. Yeah. All right. You got all that stuff. The Breaking Bad, Peaky Blinders. New Year's has kept to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. BetParx.com has all the details, all right? So check it out. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, Michigan, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, let's talk about our friends over at GLAT Hair Restoration by Morgenstern Medical. So, I'm with you. Follically challenged men with receding hairlines, thinning out. You know, don't go through life worrying about and stressing it. GLAT Hair has been restoring and defending hairlines for over 30 years, and it's no wonder they got the reputation that they do. Their proven results and experienced team are only a few reasons why the GLAT Hair name has stood the test of time. GLAT Hair by Morgenstern Medical isn't just about restoration, it's about innovation. Their breakthrough specialized GLAT hair techniques really dramatically change lives and hairlines. The GLAT hair technique consists of, well, you get a one-on-one care, you get a 100% personalized hair restoration plan of action designed just for you and your specific hair loss. You get some follow-up care, and they hook you up with cutting-edge hair loss prevention treatments, medications, and more. GLAT Hair, they can help you keep the hair you already have or help you bring back what you've already lost. So if you'd like some more information and are ready to defend that hairline of yours, visit GLATHairMM.com. GLATHairMM.com. Or give them a call or text them, 610-980-4000.
I like it. GLAT. My man over here did the hate bracket.
I love it. He's got the hate flowing through his veins, doesn't he?
Yeah. I got to tell you, and we're gonna dive into this thing over the next couple days and in the weeks. So he does the all Philly PHLY hate bracket, and he's got the 1 seeds. Are you ready? Sid the Kid is a 1 seed. Tell me if you agree, bro. Sid the Kid is a 1 seed.
I don't know. He's irrelevant anymore.
Yeah, not today.
Yeah.
Maybe like 10 years ago.
Once upon a time.
You guys underestimate the Flyers' vitriol for Sidney Crosby.
I hear you, but
he's a top 5 seed.
Yeah, top
I don't know
5
about
seed.
1.
He's not a 1. I
Maybe
agree.
10, top 10.
A 10 seed.
I gotta tell you,
a 10 seed.
but it's not a 1. And the other one he has, I completely disagree with too. The Colangelos.
They're a top 3 seed for me. They derailed all this.
They ruined the whole process, dude.
But they're not a 1 seed.
And then they had the collar and
Top
the
5.
burner account.
Top 5. You got a top 5 blessing from Andrew.
Yeah,
I'm a top 3 for them.
I don't know.
Listen, people always got problems with the committee. I feel like Bubba Cunningham right now.
What are you, the AD?
Bubba
North
Cunningham.
Carolina? Is that his
Yeah.
name? Bubba
I
Cunningham?
gotta tell you.
What a North Carolina name that
Right?
is.
Bubba.
Jesus.
So his other 1 seeds, Chip Kelly, all right. You know.
Chip did something good. Left us with Lane Johnson.
Listen, if this was Andy's, he'd have Gannon as a 1 seed.
And he brought in Stoutland.
Who?
Gannon.
No, that won't be a 1
He
seed.
brought us Stoutland,
Yeah.
Lane Johnson, and didn't go Jarius Bird over Malcolm Jenkins.
Nah,
He's
dude.
got some smudge fingerprints on that Lombardi.
Dude,
Five.
No,
Yeah,
dude. No way. You're wrong.
There's a live 13 seed against Ben Simmons.
Yeah, like
Chicken parm.
yeah.
Chicken parm's delicious. Why would that
Yeah,
ever
that
be
could
on
be
here?
an upset there.
Shouldn't even be on the bracket. Chicken parm.
I could go
Come
for
on.
a chicken parm hoagie right now.
Insane.
Oh man.
chicken parm hoagie. What's the chicken parm hoagie?
You just slap a chicken parm on a piece of bread.
Oh, yeah.
That's
chicken
a
parm
sandwich.
hoagie.
Wow, what? If it's a long roll to me, it's like
Like
a
you put
sandwich.
lettuce and tomato and
Yeah.
onions on it.
Yeah,
fixings.
all right.
That's
Maybe I
another
misspoke.
violation. Oh,
Chicken
my
parm
God.
sandwich.
He doesn't know what a hoagie is.
He's got the PPA, which I think is
That's
great.
a strong one.
That's
yeah.
That's
one.
great.
That's
That
the
is
overall
one.
number one.
Yeah, everybody hates
but
that.
my man does the all PHLY team, and there's nothing Cowboys related.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing.
Well, no,
You want
there's
to
a
talk
5
about
seed up
being
here.
irrelevant?
We got a 5 seed
It
up
doesn't
here.
matter. Cowboys are no Celtics. I mean, are you kidding me? How is that possible, Mikey?
Mike bringing water over.
Yeah. How about the energy here? Wow, this is awesome, man. Yeah, beers.
You guys
Everybody
want-
want beers.
Yeah,
we'll do
beers.
beers.
Beer.
Bears.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So you got a good Celtics 2 seed right there.
Yeah, it's a chew. Ones, man.
Nah, the ones are solid.
PPA is
Ones
definitely
stink.
one.
I gotta tell you.
That's a personal one for me.
Yeah, we'll dive into it. All right. I
Oh,
put
no
your-
thanks. Get rid of it now. It stinks.
Oh, you got
Get outta here.
somebody's butt hurt.
Get outta here.
I was going to applaud his hard work
Nah,
over beers.
who wants it?
You know. Oh God. Oh, poor VG. Poor you. Oh, poor you.
Now I feel for Bubba Cunningham. This selection committee stuff's tough work.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough
He
work,
deserves
actually.
a couple $100 grand.
Somebody's gonna hate you eventually,
I mean,
right?
seriously, it's terrible. All right. So, time now. Do we have them? Yeah. We can't
Dude,
kick off this
The brain might want to
holiday.
come out here for the short rib poutine. And, ooh, wow.
Oh man.
Boneless wings.
Dude, this is
They got
awesome.
some good specials going on.
They're
I'm a
$10.
fan of boneless wings.
I love boneless wings. Give me all the chicken nuggets
Okay.
and sauce you
Yeah,
can bring
yeah,
on.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Why? I kind of have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why do you call it boneless wings?
I know.
Because they do.
It's a chicken nugget.
It's either a nugget or it's
Yeah.
a tender
It's so an adult can eat it
or a cutlet.
without feeling like a
Unless
kid.
you're a place, and in this fine establishment might be, where they actually pull the wing meat off and then make the boneless wing out of it.
Okay.
Nuggets
So that could
kind
be-
of a circular. I think the boneless wings more elongated.
Mike, these,
Yeah.
these specials are
Oh,
outrageous.
Lagunitas.
Lagunitas.
Either one, yeah.
Mike, these specials are awesome. Oh my God, the
Nothing
short
like
rib.
the first March Madness beer.
Yeah, dude, we
Love
had to
it.
do it, man. I want blue beets.
Yeah, and they got
pepperoni
cocktail
pizza.
specials on the back.
Oh no, look at this.
Yeah.
The Jimmy Jackpot.
My eyes are big in here.
Yeah.
What's a Jimmy Jackpot?
That short rib
Sounds
poutine is getting destroyed later.
Yeah, dude, there's an
Little
egg.
Jim Beam.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jimmy
man.
Jackpot, man. That's
Yeah.
all right. I love it. Yes, it is March Madness. It's a holiday. It's festive. This is what we're loving. So if it's festive and it's a party and it's basketball, I got to bring my boy here. He is he always represents the Parx Casino and the Parx Sportsbook app. The one, the only Brain.
Red, the brain finder.
Hello, Brain. Happy holidays.
Exactly, and I'm excited. I wish I was with you right now, guys. I'd love to watch these games with you. This
Oh,
is one of my
what?
favorite
Yes.
times of the year, man.
We got to do this one day where we get to watch. We
will.
all watch games together. I would
I
love
agree.
that.
You know what's funny, buddy? I used to go away until COVID. Every single year, I went with probably like
Thanks,
10 to
Mike.
12 of my guy friends. We went to Vegas every year. We would watch all this first weekend of Vegas, and it was one of my favorite times.
It is the greatest, man. You just love it, right? Like, yeah,
Love it, exactly.
It's got so much. We're all here. We're going to. We give a cheers
Oh,
to
there
the
you go,
brain.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers to a
All
lucrative
right.
tournament.
All right, to the
I
brain
hope so, man.
and his brilliant mind.
Fingers crossed.
Slanche.
Wow. First beer of the tournament.
There you go, man.
Gotta love it. You gotta love the first beer of the tournament. It is the greatest. All right, Brain. Let's go over today, right? So today, tomorrow. So we're gonna do today, all right, and then tomorrow when you join us, we'll go over Friday slate. So it all kicks off this afternoon. Creighton and Louisville. Louisville right now here at Bet Parx 3.5. Did it move? What is it?
It moved. You know, it's funny. this is a game that the sharp money's on Louisville. But again, you know, if you're taking Louisville right now, you're a little late to the party, right? Like you could have laid 2, now you have to lay 3.5. Well, here's the thing, Louisville. I look at them, Anthony, and I say to myself, them getting an 8 seed to me is nuts. I always say, show your work. There is no way they could show their work that Louisville deserved an 8 seed based on what they accomplished.
I agree. Yeah.
So metrics, and then if you look at the advanced metrics, they grade out as a top 20 team.
Yeah.
So I really, really don't get how they got an 8 seed. I don't get it, but let's see, what they did get? They placed in the play in Lexington. So while I would rather have a better seed, at least they get a de facto, let's call it somewhat of a home game here, you would think. Line's now 3.5. Lean here would be towards the Louisville side. I think Louisville is just the better team. Don't trust Creighton as much. I think Louisville will win the game, but man, again, when you're late on these things and the line steams up, you may say, what's the difference between 2 and 3.5? Lands on 2 or 3, that'll answer your question.
Well, especially at the end of games, right? Like if it's a close game,
6-point game,
you're sweating out free throws. Guys hit
every
threes.
One of these half points.
Yeah.
I think Louisville's going to win though. Now Creighton. Look, Creighton's a decent team, and they had a good Big East tournament. But Louisville's been one of those teams this year, Anthony. They've been like the Detroit Pistons in the NBA, where every night I know I'm getting a professional effort. Yeah. I just know I'm getting a professional effort. They don't take nights off, so I'm just going to ride with that team.
I'm with you. Next game is interesting. High Point, Purdue.
I bet this one.
Okay, were you on High Point?
I'm on High Point. I think this is a game now, Anthony. What I like about this one, High Point is one of the teams when I did my deep dive, I think they're a flat-out decent team. I actually think they're like a legitimate, decent team. They only lost 5 games. And I think, I don't shoot the 3 here, but from 2, they're actually outstanding. And I don't think Purdue's good defensively. So, to me, Purdue was a team I was kind of looking to fade. High Point was, let's call them these mid-majors or whatever you want to call them, was a team I was looking at back, and they're playing each other. You could grab 8 right now on the Parx site. I would not be surprised if this was an upset win for High Point. Again, I don't love this Purdue team at all. And again, not that High Point's going to be going to the Final Four, but I don't think this Purdue team is very, very good. And I think High Point will keep this one close, and they actually would not be surprised if they win.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think the same. I like High. I don't like Purdue a little bit. And
High Point actually they actually are somewhat of a deep team.
Yeah.
Sometimes with these mid-majors, yesterday if you watch the American game, American lost one of their best players early on, and they were done. High Point's not over-reliant on one guy, which I like in situations where, so guys do get hurt, guys do get in foul trouble. If you're not over-reliant on one guy, I think that's a pretty good thing. And they actually they go like 8 or 9 deep. So I think that they can keep this one tight.
All right. And then at 1:30, we tip off Wisconsin and Montana, the Grizzlies.
Anthony, this Wisconsin team is not your grandmother's Wisconsin team. What do I mean by that?
No, I know what you mean.
Every single year, Wisconsin.
Bo Ryan.
Wisconsin, we knew Wisconsin. You know what? They know Dennis Green. They are who we thought we were.
Yeah.
Wisconsin never camouflaged who they were. We knew that they were a team that
grinded out.
And they were just exactly. But this is actually a pretty good offensive team for Wisconsin. And here's the other thing is they're facing a team to me in Wisconsin's actually I think a very good offensive team. They're facing a team, in my opinion, in Montana that I think is brutal. I don't think Montana is one of the good teams in terms of.
No, they lost 9 times in a bad league.
Not only that, Anthony, but they lost
total for the season. Yeah.
Well, they played twice. Okay, they played Tennessee. They lose by 35. They played Oregon. They lose by 31. Now the transitive properly isn't that simple. We just say, okay, they lost 35-1. Now they're going to lose by 35 to Wisconsin. It's not that simple. But when they stepped up in class, they got smoked, 16.5. This is one of these games, Anthony, we talked about. I remember one of our long shows ago when Temple was playing, I think Oklahoma, and the spread was whatever. We're like, it'll be 35-7 at half, and they'll be covering at halftime. This is one of those games, let's call it 46-26 at halftime. Wisconsin will be covering at halftime.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Houston and SIUE. Houston, obviously, a huge favorite. Another one of these teams that eke in 1v16.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for SIU to score here.
Yeah.
But again, the line is and it's the lowest total, I think, on the board.
Yeah,
Don't see a ton of
126
value
and a half.
either way. Again,
Yeah.
I will say again, low possession game. You don't want to be laying 29 points.
Right.
But again, listen, I said there's a bunch of other games to bet. This isn't one on my list personally that I think is one of the better ones to attack. But again, I think it'll be hard for SIU to score. I've actually watched SIU in their tournament. I didn't think they were that good. This is my opinion, but again, they're saying they're not that good, getting 29 points.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the 20. You're not going to lay 29 and get to heaven, so to speak.
Right. Auburn, another one versus 16
Another
against
one, yeah, 32-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, again, now they should crush them. But Auburn has leaked oil a little bit here down the stretch. So I'm not playing this game, but I had to. I would, the slight leans to Alabama State.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. 3:15 today. I love this team. I love this team. Clemson, McNeese State. I'm a Clemson fan. I think Clemson makes some noise in this tournament.
Well, it's interesting, Anthony. Clemson has been the other team that I talked about, Louisville, right? And a consistent team that's played really, really well. Clemson's been that other team where every single day they played well. But they did lose Dylan Hunter, who has been described by their coaches their glue guy. You know what I mean? Like the guy that just kind of holds everything together. He broke his hand in the tournament, in the ACC tournament. So I say to myself, okay, McNee's not bad. I'm actually going to lean here. Again, Clemson's been one of my teams all year. They really have. But I don't like the fact that they lost a guy that they consider to be one of their best players. Even though you look at his stats, he doesn't average a ton of stats, Dylan. But he, I guess he was a guy that just was that guy that helped. He's a veteran guy that helped the team and calm things, so to speak. Lean here. I'm actually going to lean McNeese State. That'll make VG happy. But again, Clemson to me is a team that actually has been so freaking consistent with me all year. They have really laid so few eggs.
Brain, can I ask you on this one? Because they both play such a slow tempo style of basketball.
And getting points.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, teams come out a little nervous. I was kind of like in the first half under, like 63.5, I think, with this game. What do you think about that?
And let me tell you something, VG. Well, I get you make a very good point here. You just hit first half under. Okay, everyone listening here, this is actually very important. I love what you just said. Here's why. You could bet under 63.5, under 64 first half under, or you could bet like under 133.5 in the game. I would so much rather do under 63.5 or 64 in the first half. Why? VG, Anthony, how many times do you see artificial fouling, especially in a tournament game where it's like, okay, we don't get to play tomorrow. If we lose this, there's no point. Maybe we'll get a 1 in 100 miracle. Maybe so we get someone to trade us Luka Doncic, right? Maybe we can get a miracle here. Let's be found. We're down 9 with 30 seconds left. Who cares? We're down 7 with 15 seconds left. Who cares? So I would never want to be dragged into an artificial under that loses because of the fouling. So VG, I agree with your under in the first half, and I like it so much more in the first half because you're getting a true bet.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's all kinds of partying going on here.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
Does nobody work?
It's wild. It's wild. It's amazing. BYU and VCU. A lot of VCU love, Brain.
There is. Not for me.
Oh, interesting.
No, I look, and it's funny. And I watch VCU. I think they're okay. BYU, again, they hurt my feelings against Houston. They actually got smoked. They've been playing so good, though, before that. I think BYU, I think they can score. I trust them more. I think they win this game actually by double digits. I do like BYU. I do.
Yeah, I love VCU today.
Well, all right, look, we're going to arm wrestle on this one. I'm not a fan of these. I know they had a great record. I don't think they're that good. And BYU to me, I like the way they're playing right now.
I like
we'll come
VCU's
back
defense.
tomorrow, we'll
BYU turns the ball over a lot, and they're a far better team at home, I feel like, than they are on the road. But if they can protect the ball,
hear
I
you.
think they're good. But they have a hard time with that.
Well, look, again, the money's been coming in on VCU, Greg. So, like, I look. I mean, I can't argue that aspect, but again, I'm gonna trust myself. I think BYU is playing good, and I actually think that they win this one, and I actually think they get over the March. But we'll see.
Yep.
I could be totally underrating VCU. It's certainly possible.
All right, Gonzaga and Georgia is the last of the afternoon games. Gonzaga, curious to see what you like in this game, because this is an 8-9.
It's 7. I got to bet. You know what's funny? I always pride myself in getting good numbers. I may win or lose, but I want to say over 95% of the time, if I'm putting in 20 bets, I'm going to go 19-1 and getting a good number where I bet it, and then when the tip-off comes, my number is as good or better than the market number. This is one where I took a worse number. You can get 7 right now. I only took 6.5. Now, Gonzaga, I should have realized this. If you follow sites like Ken Palm, Bart Corbett, these advanced metric sites, they're in love with Gonzaga, guys. In love.
Yeah, they love Gonzaga.
Rates out. They're rated as a top, getting an 8th team. They're rated as a top, 10 team on these sites. Okay? I don't get it. I just don't. I've watched Gonzaga a dozen times probably. I know
I feel the same way. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. I've seen them play. I don't. Yeah, I don't get it.
They look great against Baylor the first game of the year. Okay, great. Outside of that, to me, they've been, look, VG with this trash man picks, they've been a trash team to me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I like Gonzaga. I think they.
Hey, bro, okay, listen, we're wrong resting them twice,
Yeah.
my friend. Tomorrow, that's 2. I'm going to write these down. We'll see.
Yeah.
I
mean, you're probably going to be right. You make a living doing this. I don't, but yeah. I think Gonzaga, they played better towards the end of the year. I think people are sleeping on them a little bit.
All right.
I don't think so in the sense that the respect they're getting, VG, they're getting a ton of respect here.
What's their seed? They're like an 8 seed, aren't they?
No, from the tournament, from the bracket seeding, they didn't get respect. But in the line making, they're absolutely getting respect. They're getting a ton of respect.
I'm with you. And Georgia's getting no respect.
Georgia's getting no respect.
None.
All.
No.
And to me, again, Georgia, you talk about down the stretch, VG, they beat Florida. Is that a good win?
Yeah.
They smoked Texas on the road. Is that a good win? They smoked Vanderbilt. Is that a good win?
Yes.
Down goes VG. Brain pummeling VG.
Man, we'll see.
Sorry, man. You're getting me.
Battle Royale.
Mark Few, buddy. Mark Few.
By the way, I think Georgia wins the game.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Bulldogs, baby. Look at that.
Going over the top.
Look at that. All right.
I'm getting the 7. I like them very much getting 7. I really do.
All right.
It's hard to win these games.
What's
by
that
8
money
points,
line?
Guys. I like it. It's when they're probably getting I don't have it pulled up.
235.
235, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I'd rather take the 7. By the way, I think 7's far better than 235. But I think this game's going to be close.
All right. I love it. All right. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Night games. Wofford, Tennessee.
Well, Anthony, it's funny. We just talked about Wisconsin. This is a different Wisconsin. This is a little bit of a different Tennessee. I think they've been a little bit better. I'm not. By the way, I don't like Tennessee's overall. I really don't. But normally I would have 4 taking them, laying 18.5 points. But here's the thing. Wofford 18-15 in the Southern Conference. They're not even a good Southern Conference team.
That's it.
I actually do think Tennessee gets margin here. I do think they win. I do think they cover this one. Again, not a game I'm running the window to bet. But if you ask me my lean, it's actually towards Tennessee because I actually think that they can cover this number against the team in Wofford and beat its number.
All right. I like it. This is a game I love. Arkansas, Kansas. Come on, man.
Come on, Brain. Be with me here.
Baby.
Be with me here, Brain.
Cal, baby.
Wait, who are you with?
I'm going with Bill Self in Kansas.
I just you know, like when you're like a kid does something bad and they have to face their parent, you're just disappointed. BG, I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed. I'm just, and I love you, man, but I'm disappointed.
That's right.
But here's me, Brain. I love these reverse line movements, and I got it here big time. Everybody's all over Arkansas. The line moved in Kansas's favor, so for me, I'm all over Kansas. That's the only reason.
Okay, well, look, the line's sitting at 5 right now. It opened at 5.5, and it's gone back down to 4.5 now. It's back up to 5. Again, Kansas to me, again, I always say in life, be the choice, right? Be consistent or to be right. Before the year, I thought Kansas was a top 3 team, and I made a big future bet on them. I don't choose to be consistent. I choose to be right. I realized pretty quickly this team is just not a typical Kansas team. They stink.
Man.
I was trying to be politically correct.
They stink, Brain. Forget rock chalk.
They stink.
They stink.
And VG sticks.
Rock chumps. The rock chumps.
VG, I honestly, again, this Kansas team to me really is trash. And again, if they embarrass me here, I'm going to take it. And by the way, I'm going to take it hard because I will gladly take the laughing. You can come at me. I'll take it. I'll own it.
No,
I think
I'll
Arkansas wins.
do the same thing.
I think Arkansas wins. I think Arkansas's better, just as good. Actually, look, I'm not going to use hyperbole. I think these teams, I have them ranked even on my sheet. I have them ranked even. So you want to give me 5.5? I'm signing it.
I'm with you. All right, you ready? Let's go because we got. You know what we got coming on, Brain? You'll know them. We're talking baseball coming up, right?
Okay.
David Segui, my dear friend.
Oh, David Segui, yeah. Oh, David Segui, great career.
Yeah, great hit. He's
one of the best hitters.
He's my dear friend of mine. I love him. He's a terrific player.
How many years? David Segui, what did he play, like 15, 16 years?
Yes, yeah, he played for everybody.
Again,
he could walk
not
up
a Hall
and
of
sleep.
Famer, but he really had a nice, a very nice.
Yeah, he could close his eyes and get it and hit a line drive. Yale A&M.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Yale A&M. It's funny. My son, one of his best friends, plays at Princeton. He got all year. Oh my God, Yale is so good. They're gonna be so hard to beat in the NCAA tournament. And so I followed Yale because I'm more. My lean here is towards Yale. A&M is not a team again that I trust.
Right.
I think a veteran team, which I like, and I do think they're a good team. And my lean here, just the lean, is going to be towards Yale getting the 7.5. But A&M, I do expect to win the game. But again, they have also not played great down the stretch. A&M, and again, I don't like laying margin with a team like this. So I think Yale can maybe keep this one tight. Lean here, Yale. The Bulldogs get the 7.5.
All right, Drake and Mizzou. The Drake.
Contrast to styles. Yeah, big contrast to styles here. We have one of the slowest paced teams against one of the fastest paced teams. Look, Drake, 30-3 against a schedule that obviously they call it easy to be being overly kind. That being said, I dip my feet into the pool. I'm back into Drake. Part of it is just me conceptually. I have a team here that plays really slow against a team that likes to play fast. It's now going to have to play a different way. Now you can say the argument for Drake too. They may have to play faster. I get it. But when it's a margin game, they have to win by 7. Okay, they have to win by 7. Drake has been good enough for me all year, and Missouri has kind of been leaking oil down the stretch here. They had a great year, but they've been leaking oil down the stretch. I say Drake keeps this one tight. I always like taking any underdog anytime I can in these games, and I'm going to take Drake getting the 6.5 points.
Well, to your point too, the way they play methodically, right? It's a pace game, so I think that would lend itself to your point.
Yes, they play a pace game, and again, this is a game I think every possession, there's going to be less possessions, right? You have to look at it like this. A 6.5 point spread in a game totaled 160, and a 6.5 point spread in a game totaled 133. What does that mean? Well, there's just going to be a lot fewer possessions, so if you are the better team, especially if things aren't going well, you fall behind. In a faster paced game, that's more many possessions for the better team to show themselves. Not so much when it's a slower pace. So I'm always very leery in laying a bigger price when it's a low-paced game.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there. All right, we're gonna move quickly because Segui just got here, and
awesome.
You know what's funny? I want him to hear it because Brain's a seam head, and Brain's like, yo, Segui can rake. I love it.
Oh, he could. Oh, the guy that tremendous.
Rake.
Tremendous.
Segui, my boy. All right,
You gotta let him know he was on my fantasy team a bunch of years. I always loved David. I always knew I was getting a professional player.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I love
he was
professional
he
players.
was serious.
I love guys that I know are just, again, professional, that I know I'm going to get.
Yeah, and he was
I
a
trust his
serious
stats.
dude. Like, I loved the way he approached every game. I saw him. It's tough to play 162. And he looked at
To me,
every.
he was like a Mark Grace.
Yeah.
Mark Grace.
Yeah, sure, Cubs.
Like, to me,
Yeah.
those were just always like two guys
Yeah.
I never wanted to face. I'm rooting against
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
David Segui and Mark Grace.
Yeah.
Again, I know that people say, oh, Barry Bonds. Or, there's certain guys that are home run here, but those guys just always freaking got hits.
Yeah.
I felt like in clutch spots. And,
Clutch.
you know,
Yeah.
tough outs.
All
Did
right.
he hit 300 in his career? I gotta look that up. He's probably
Yeah.
pretty close.
UCLA, Utah State.
Yeah. Now this would be, just for the record, this would be the last, the 16 games today. This would be the last game I would bet. I hate
Okay.
both
Career
teams.
291
I
hitter.
hate both teams. 291. Oh, that's tremendous. I mean, God, actually,
291.
That's pretty damn good.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, that may be one of the best 100 batting averages in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
Not many guys hit 290 at
Yeah.
291. That's incredible. But anyway, I hate both these teams. I can't stand either one. I think both of them stink. My numbers made this 4.5. So if I had to just put a bet on it, I'm going to say Utah State. I can't stand either
Okay.
team.
Agreed.
I can't. This is just not a game I'm betting, so I don't want to be disingenuous.
All right, Johnny's in Omaha.
Yeah. Now, look, St. John's. Look, they win a different way, and this is why, again, and I'm rooting for them so hard because I just love the way they play. They win old school style where they play defense. They don't shoot the three. They claw and they fight and they beat you that way. Look, to me though, again, this is a big number for them. I mean, this is a big number for them. They actually have covered these games for some of these biggest ones. I'm going to lean here St. John's because I just think that their defense will suffocate Omaha, but again, not a game I'm personally.
All right, San Diego and Michigan. They're taxing you on San Diego.
They certainly are. They certainly are. The line should. Look, I was able to get 3.5. I think it's still 2.5. But I think San Diego's going to win the game.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win the game. Michigan, look, they have the bigs. They have the two centers, and
Wolf,
they're going to obviously out rebound them. But they turn the ball over. In San Diego, what they do better than any other team in the country is turn the ball over. I don't know. I have not been impressed with this Michigan team all year. I root for them, but they've won a bunch of close games, and even taking 2.5. If you would tell me Michigan will win by 1 or 2, I wouldn't call you crazy. But I like San Diego to win outright.
All right, last one. UNC Wilmington, Texas Tech.
Yeah, look, Texas Tech to me has been playing better. The line's around, I think it's like 15 right now. Wilmington had a good year. I think they only lost like 5 or 6 games. Again, not a game I'm betting. My numbers made this 13.5. So I guess, look, if you can get, actually I'm looking at the Parx site right now, the line is 15. My lean here would be Wilmington, but I don't have an minute to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. My brother, listen, have a great day. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the madness.
Brain, I hope you body VG today. Yeah.
BG,
I'm
these
pulling
3
for
games,
you.
tomorrow, I'm coming back, these 3 games.
Oh, we'll talk tomorrow.
I gotta go 2-1, or I'm gonna be like the old, you remember when the Saints game, they put a bag over your head? The bag will be over your head.
If you go 2-1, I'll be happy. It gives me a win.
You got to wear a Brain hat.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you, Brad.
See you, Brain. All right, we were telling you about him. I want to talk a little baseball because we're in the middle of basketball heaven, right?
We're 1 week from opening day.
Yes, 1 week from opening day, and we're going to be talking a lot to our next guest, but it's baseball time too, so I don't want to lose that. And joining us, our MLB insider, I love him. You saw him with us last year and during the playoffs. He is the aforementioned David Segui. Segui, what do you say, brother?
Come on, guys. Good. I was enjoying listening to the basketball talk. I got on just as calling KU trash, but I'm a Kansas boy, but I can't disagree. I've watched 2 games of theirs. That was the worst Kansas basketball I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's not rock chalk basketball.
No, it's bad.
How's Arizona? Because you're out there. You like Arizona?
It's all right. It's Arizona. I mean, it's been cool. The weather's been cool. It's starting to heat up. It's supposed to be in the 90s again. It's supposed to hit 90s this coming week, so it'll be hot very shortly.
The basketball. I bet the basketball team.
Basketball?
Yeah.
U of A's pretty solid.
Yeah,
they're solid. ASU, not so much, but U of A's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so I got to get this with you because with the season starts a week from today, and I got a sudden pang of worry with the Phillies, and I gotta ask you, all right? I got a pang of worry because Ranger is not right. They're still trying out Taijuan Walker. Yesterday, he got smashed. There was some hope that he got his velo up and he's good. He could be salvaged. He gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 home runs. His fastball was clocked at a high of 93.9. And I'm a little worried about the bullpen is a little lean, like they're counting on some kids. And you got it. There's still no right-handed power bat. Turner has to have I think their fate lies in Trey Turner. Can you talk me off the ledge?
Trey Turner can be the spark plug to any team, any lineup he's in. So I do never concern myself with the pitcher statistics in spring training.
Yeah.
I've watched a few of those games down there, and it's been a lot of blustery wind blowing out, a lot of wind blowing home runs. And a lot of the pitchers, I love hitting in spring training because I like to hit early. Pitchers like trying to get ahead early. They're trying to work on stuff. They're not necessarily trying to, get everybody out per se. As they're just trying to polish up, work on things that they worked on in the offseason, and they're just trying to command the strike zone. So you get a lot of good pitches to hit. If you're looking to hit early in spring training, it's not hard to get hit. So I wouldn't concern myself with that kind of thing. The Phillies are always the makeup of their team, their chemistry. They're going to be there. They're going to be in the mix. Who knows what happens come playoff time? We saw that last year. But they're going to be in the mix. So they're not a team that's going to just fall off the cliff. And you're not going to be watching baseball in August, September, where it's not meaningful for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of my thought. And it was weird. Yesterday, I was just kind of looking at them and looking at the bullpen and kind of sizing them up. I mean, listen, I know intellectually that come the deadline, if they still need a right-handed bat in the outfield, Dombrowski goes and gets it. And they do have depth. I guess the bullpen is something that, you got to see how it kind of plays out. You're going to need Kirkering and he's got good stuff, but you're going to need him to kind of grow up, and this is the year he matures.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young kid that got thrown in the fire, so and he did pretty well. He had some really good outings where he showed what he could do. He has really, shut down stuff. So, a little bit of experience under his belt is only going to help him. So he'll be fine. Dombrowski's a great GM. He knows what he's doing. He'll pick through the pile and find somebody. I mean, the Dodgers got 52 pitchers right now, so there's plenty of extra pitchers they got over there to pick through.
Dude, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, is it even fair? I mean, by the way, Ohtani hitting a home run in Japan was really cool.
Was it a home run, though?
I mean,
it was pretty close.
It's
pretty close.
You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
You got to. It's the moment.
Yes.
Do you see it? Do you see the dots? Can anybody touch them? Listen, I know it's baseball and the playoffs, anything happens, but how good are they?
I mean, they were great last year, and then just got even greater. I mean, I hear these predictions, these 100 games. I heard somebody even say, well, I think only 95 is on the baseball channel. I can't remember what expert said that. Dude, I'll go out on a limb and say I personally believe they're going to win between 110 to 120 games. I don't see how they lose 40 games.
Wow.
How can you lose 40 games? Look at all those arms. Who do you? Those are top tier 1 and 2 pitchers. They got 8 of them. Like how do you not? How can you lose 40 games with that lineup? I don't know how that could happen. They added Tanner Scott, throws 120.
Yes.
To the bullpen. I mean,
yes.
That's insane. Like, we don't even think about Clayton Kershaw when we think about the Dodgers anymore.
No.
And that's one of the best pitchers that's ever played.
He would. If the Dodgers had 2 rotations, he wouldn't make the second one.
What I'm saying is, I mean, I just don't know how, unless they just had a day where they said, okay, we're going to throw in our. I don't even know. They don't even have scrubs. They don't even have. Their backup or studs. Like I don't know how you do it. And their offense. I like their balance in their offense. It's not the most powerful offense, but they play the game right, man. And with all those arms, I just don't know how you scratch out more than three runs off those guys.
I feel it. Could you imagine 120 games? What? Like, I mean, shattering the record? Oh my God!
It sounds crazy, but how does that team lose? Where do they lose 40 games? How do they get beat 40 times with that rotation?
I know.
And the bullpen too. Don't sleep on that bullpen.
I know the bullpen's ridiculous. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's where is there anybody else? So, how do you see the NL East with the Phillies, Braves, and Mets?
Obviously, Soto addition to the Mets helps them. It's gonna be a big piece in the middle of their lineup. I don't know if it catapults them. I still think I see them pretty even with the Phillies. I see them even, and whoever's going to be. It's a matter of, to me, who's hot at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Who has the momentum. But I don't see anybody just. I don't think the Mets really, by signing him, took this major leap. They're just going to walk all over the East. I don't see that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm thinking the same thing. Do you like? Can Kepler be salvaged? I mean, he had a little pop in Minnesota, left-handed.
Yeah, he had his at bat. I mean, he has that bat where he showed that he has that potential.
Yeah.
There's some stuff in his swing, but there's some holes in his swing. But he does have the potential to be very productive for sure.
Now, with the Phillies, do you think? There's talk about the lineup, right? And moving Schwarber down, and then you would have Turner, and then Bryce hitting second, Bohm third, Schwarber 4. Do you like that?
I like Schwarber getting as many at bats as possible, simply because he's just he's so dangerous. He's one swing of the bat. I like Turner in the leadoff spot. He's a traditional. He's more prototypical because of his speed. He's got the power element as well.
Yeah.
I love Bryce in the second hole. I do like that. Bohm is going to be a major cog in that lineup. If he hits, that lineup's going to really move.
Yeah.
And he's got the potential to be a superstar. I've really liked him since I saw him first come up. I loved his swing when he first came up.
Yeah, he's got great plate coverage. I mean, he drives the ball organic, like to opposite field organically.
Yeah. He looked like he got a little caught up in the maybe lifting or launch angle silliness, and kind of lost that feel. But to me, if he hits, that lineup's really going to stretch out.
I love that launch angle silliness. I love it. You know what I love? I love the fact that you hold no punches when it comes to the game, and when they tinker with the game, it offends you to the core.
Yeah, I mean, some of the changes are okay. Some of them get a little silly, but I get offended when people that don't know what they're talking about start preaching as if the people that actually did it for long, extended periods of time consistently don't know what they're talking about. We just, these guys just happen to stumble into it for 20 years. Right. But some bozo who knows how to operate a computer or check out a book at the library can now tell you how you're supposed to hit 96 with sync and change the speed. That'd be the equivalent of me going out and trying to design a bridge for you. Like ain't gonna happen.
I know. And it bugs me too, because what they tried to do during that whole analytic, like the late teens over the early 20s, and everybody's a genius, and it's all about analytics and all that stuff. They tried to paint the baseball people as old thinking and dumb. And it's like, what are you, nuts? Like you just didn't discover the game now, right? Like, it's like they tried to reinvent it. And to this day, I mean, we have a basketball GM in Daryl Morey who says, "Oh yeah, we need AI to help us build our roster." Like, are you kidding me? Like, the idea of factors and taking the human piece of it out of it, that all the factors that a program doesn't. I mean,
right. We trial and error it. We tried all those. We tried all those theories because they do sound. Sometimes they sound good. We tried them.
Right.
And it didn't work, and they don't work. So you toss it out. So you give it a try. If it doesn't work, then you don't use that one. You try something different, and it's really interesting that if you stick to that process, at the end, you get to the same place.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to the same place.
Yeah.
That God designed our bodies certain hinges. They move certain directions. You try to fight against nature, it doesn't work. So you're not going to be able to accomplish the task.
In the Segui Power Rankings National League, so you got Dodgers 1. Who you got 2, 3, 4?
Ooh. The Padres are solid, but I don't know. They're up there. They're out right up there.
Yeah.
The Padres and everybody's talking about the Giants. I've watched a few of their spring training games. I haven't seen it yet, but I don't see what they see. But we don't necessarily always see their full squad together at the same time. The Mets, obviously the Mets and the Phillies are the givens, with the Padres, the Dodgers.
And Atlanta always comes up with. You see, if Strider's healthy, Acuna's healthy, like, they still scare me.
Yeah, they're that boring. They're kind of that boring team that always seems to be there at the end. They bore you to death watching them, but they're always there at the end, hanging around. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, knock yourself out. They have all the food specials here, Seg. Nice. At the Sportsbook. So they got the chicken. They have all this stuff. A great array of bites. So it's and I'm trying. I'm like, all right. Don't kill me. I'm better. All right. Seg, you're the greatest. Listen, next week before the season, let's do a big MLB preview, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always fun being on, hearing your voice.
You're the best.
Hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, I gotta get you. When are you gotta come east, man. I wanna. Yeah. You got your back company.
Authentic with David Chandler. Yeah, they're Philly. Philly based. Dave lives up in Philly, so. Yeah, maybe I'll get up there and visit.
Have him fly in, man. Come on in. We'll go to a game. We'll see the Phillies. I'll get Charlie. All right, because Charlie will be up here.
You get Charlie out on there.
All right, he's in. All right, because I talked to him the other day. He's in. All right, I tell him awesome. He loves you. So if I
he's best.
I told everybody, right? People said, because Charlie and I are very close, right? I said, you know why we're close is because of David Segui. Because when Charlie got the Phillies job, Segui called me and said, listen, you got a great baseball man. You got to have his back. He's a great baseball guy, all right? And so when people weren't, initially they didn't have it. People didn't like it. and I was always with him because of you. I mean, I knew him a little bit, but not like you. And you know what? It's so funny. You were right. You were always right when it comes to this game, buddy.
Well, sometimes. I guess wrong a couple times. But, yeah. Hey, you can send me your March Madness picks, man. I missed all half the picks.
All right, yeah, I'll get, because we have a professional who does it. So I'll send him your picks, okay? I'll send you his picks.
Awesome, and then if I lose, you owe me some money.
All right, that's a deal. All right, good luck.
All right, guys.
See you, brother. Here he is, the great David Segui, our baseball insider.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
these ones are all buffalo sauced up. I got to get these ones.
Yeah.
These are like rosemary. These are delicious.
So these are the boneless.
Yeah, these are boneless wings. They're good stuff.
These are the boneless wings.
So someone said that the chicken nuggets are processed meats, and the boneless wings are just whole pieces of chicken
in nugget shape.
In that shape.
That makes sense.
Oh, really?
Yes.
These are good.
What does the processed meats?
It's just like coming off of,
Oh, okay.
all sorts of stuff.
They just throw all the rest of the chicken in there, grind it up, and kind of whatever.
It's like the hot dog.
Yeah.
So this is
You
like
like
a
the chicken
real.
ass.
This is like real. This is like real chicken.
That's real wing.
Real
Real
chunk-
wing meat.
chunk of
yeah.
chicken
I'm gonna
meat.
snag one of these.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
$10. Look at how many come in there. Like 15.
That's $10.
Yeah.
That's ridiculously cheap. The price of chicken
And
these
there's
days.
a
Oh, we got
Economy?
more coming over.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mike, these are only $10. That's unbelievable.
Pizza?
Oh, that's a good boneless.
That's a great bonus.
Yeah.
People love listening to people chew on boneless chicken wings.
Exactly. Exactly. We love it. All right. We got.
And real quick, Mike wanted to point out the noise you might have heard a little while ago was the human slot machine that was happening right over there.
That human slot machine's wild.
It was Feldman, Maniac Malloy, and Sam Wilson in there, and they were giving out Yeti coolers and sweatshirts and T-shirts and,
Oh, that's
and all
fantastic.
sorts of good stuff over there.
All right, let's take care of some business. Danny D, the AD, is lurking, baby. So we love it.
Fresh from Italy.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, he's watching the hoops. He's loving it. What do we got early, man? We got any hoops early?
Louisville is down 4 to Creighton right now.
All right.
First game is underway. It's officially started.
It started. Look at this. All
Pass
right,
that down,
Frazier.
VG.
Frazier.
We got a hungry producer over there that sees
man.
free pizza.
Always hungry.
Finger off.
Yeah, I know. He's like going crazy.
I'm a food animal.
All right. Let's talk about some of our sponsors, shall we? All right. All right. We are here live at Parx Casino, right? Like, this is the greatest. We were telling you all the stuff, the food specials, the sportsbook. You got to get in over the weekend during the tournament. It's so much fun. The energy here is great.
It's bumping here. It's packed.
Right? It's so much fun. If you can't get here, though, make sure you download the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. It'll get it's the sportsbook window right on your phone. So you can have all the fun, all the futures they have. In fact, $25 on Duke pays $80, $25 on Florida pays $100, $25 on St. John's pays $600.
Ooh, I like that Florida one.
Yeah.
I'm gatored up.
So your picks are Gators
To win it, yeah.
How about you, VG?
Gators.
Gators.
Everybody's on it. I'm out.
He's a Dookie here,
All
right?
right.
You're a
They're
Duke.
good, man. Even without flag.
I played two pools, Duke and St. John's.
Oh, you go Johnny's all the way. I like it.
I do, and I have Florida in the other one in the final. I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
I just, that Duke team, man, I don't know. I could be wrong and misread the ACC because it's not a good league.
Right.
But they just look complete to me.
I get you. I watched a bunch of ACC games with being a Cuse fan. It was just like it's
not
definitely
good.
a down year for the conference.
Yeah. But that team is pretty lit.
For sure.
And here's the thing. There's the way their seating went. I mean, the way they have an easy road.
They do. God, I'm just looking at the screen. I hate Purdue. I just hate I hate their uniforms. I hate their big men.
I do too. The Boyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Boyle guy
Never
either.
a Gene Katie fan
No.
with the
He had
the comb over. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, Frankenstein.
He was a mean-looking SOB.
He was.
Yeah.
Katie, yeah. All right, listen. We tell you about the app. It's always there for you, all right? And then while you're watching the games, you can have some fun and play some live dealer blackjack and roulette and poker and all the hot online slots. You got the movies like Rocky and Goonies and Ted, and then you have the games like that are based off of TV shows, Breaking Bad, Peaky Blinders. I mean, you name it.
Squid Games.
Squid Games, right. You got your Cash Eruption.
Cash Eruption.
That VC loves. New users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back when you're down the first 24 hours. Go to betparx.com, download the app right now. Enjoy all the action and excitement from right here in the casino to your fingertips. You got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland if you for the app. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's talk a little Rite Aid, shall we?
Ooh, I love Rite Aid.
Yes, you do.
Did you see your girls yesterday?
Oh, Lamargie and Ruthie?
Yeah.
We were there yesterday shooting our commercial.
That VG's Rite Aid.
Yeah.
And his friendly neighborhood pharmacist is exactly that, a friend.
On where? Where were we?
East Passyunk, Bo.
I'm on the Avenue. It's the Avenue. Come on. Yeah, spring's here. If you haven't heard us sniffling into the microphones, well, we are, because allergy season is upon us. Pollen from these grasses, ragweed, pigweeds, all that stuff is in the air. They get in your nose, histamines get released, and boom. Allergy symptoms, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, some wheezing, scratchy, itchy throat, all that stuff. So Rite Aid's there to help you out. So first of all, sign up for some Rite Aid reward emails at riteaid.com/rewards. They'll give you alerts when pollen counts for all that annoying stuff is high in your area. And they got a bunch of over-the-counter options available to help you with your symptoms. You can try a nasal rinse to flush out those nasal passages. When the symptoms are flaring up, try an antihistamine like Claritin, Zyrtec. And you can always, maybe a week or two before you think you're going to get a flare-up, start using those nasal corticosteroids like Flonase, Nasacort. They got all those things in their own Rite Aid brand to save you some money. They're just as effective. And if you're still not getting enough relief, you can always ask a Rite Aid pharmacist if a different type of medication, like maybe a decongestant, could be necessary. You can always ask your Rite Aid pharmacist for recommendations on ways to get relief during the allergy season. Oh, look at this guy. He's got olive oil, limoncello.
The limoncello. Oh, man.
I got to tell you, my man is
playing around, man.
Is the greatest. He really is. Danny D, our AD. That's right. Welcome back. He was on a St. Joe's prep trip to Italy.
Yes,
and
sir.
I kept bothering him. Yo, dude, send me pictures. The pictures were amazing.
Yeah, it was an amazing trip, man. We had such a good time.
Was that unbelievable or what?
Unbelievable. The boys had such a great experience. They played really well. We got back in one piece, which is always an issue with rugby, but we made it back. One injury, so I'll take it. And yeah, it went well. I was really pleased with it, and the boys are still talking about it this week in school. They're all excited, so it's a special time, special trip.
Well, and you want to talk about eye-opening. I mean,
oh, it was unbelievable.
Like, you've been there, but not in these towns. I mean, you were all over Verona,
I mean, you had all the spots, man. You're a professional tour guide over there, cuz.
Yeah, I do. I love that. I love that country.
Yeah, Anthony Peruto.
Yeah,
is that guys? Perillo. Anthony Perillo.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I love it there. And what was your favorite moment of the trip? There's always these moments in any trip that you go, oh my God, I could live right here.
Well, I've never been to Venice, so I've been to Italy a bunch, but Venice is...
Isn't Venice awesome?
It's truly unbelievable. It was really special. Padua was really cool, so I usually don't go to the north very often. My dad's family is mostly south, so he always says it's kind of fake Italy up there with the Swiss and German influence, so...
I knew your father would say that. That's great.
Yeah, so I've been up there. I've been to Milan once, but usually we stay down south, so it was really cool to be up north.
But that Venice is something that you never have seen before. The street canals, dude.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's awesome, and you're all the bridges and climbing over the bridges.
Yeah. It's weird because I always thought thought it was like a tourist thing, but no, that's the cool thing.
No, it's cool. Yeah, I recommend Venice 100%. And then the really special part was we played this team. It was a battle. It was raining. It was cold, and we pulled out a win. It was one of the best clubs over in the Padua region, and we got the win. And the boys were just so excited. They sang the anthem in the locker room afterwards. They sang the USA. So I got the chills, man.
That's
great. Really, really cool. So I was really proud of them. They learned. They were better. Better when they left. So that's always when you go on these trips, you want to be better when you're leaving than when you started. So that definitely happened. So I was really proud of them. And yeah, great experience. Got you guys some olive oil and some limoncello, man. Do it up, man.
Yeah.
Had to bring it back for the boys.
That's beautiful, man. This is right up my alley.
I love the olive oil in the can.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
I love it like that.
Yeah. So, tournament day. We're here at Parx Casino,
awesome.
right? And it's the tournament, and it's wild, and it's awesome, and it's so much fun. First of all, what are the kids that you're looking for? Because, listen, a lot of kids go through you guys, right? Through the city, and through, you're a commissioner of the league. What kids are you looking at? Are you following?
So, I mean, I'm just a fan of this weekend. I've never worked the first Friday in my entire existence in the work field since college. I've taken off the first Friday of every year. Me and the boys get together and we just go out all day and we hang out, we get breakfast, and we just lock in for the games all day. So my buddy Chuck, Joey, Kyle, we all come together every year. It's awesome. And
so tomorrow, that's your day?
Tomorrow's our day. So it's I look forward to it. It's my favorite day of the year.
Where will you go? What are you going to do?
We'll go to a little breakfast spot in Port Richmond called Kitty's, little Kitty's luncheonette, little spot.
Yeah.
Then we stop at the casino. We'll have to stop at maybe Parx. We're here, so we'll have to come up to Parx, put some slips in, and then we'll make our way to a small bar in Port Richmond called Port Richmond Pub. We kind of just have the place to ourselves, so we just lock in, have all the TVs on.
That's the best. Great, man.
Yeah, it's a tradition. We've done it since I think like 2008. So
wow.
So when I was in college, we were doing it. So once I got in the work field, I've literally never worked that day. I take off. Right calendar comes out, I mark it.
I'm kind of the same.
I'm out that
Tomorrow
day.
will be the first day I'm working. Over here in like 30 years.
But this is special, though. I mean, you're locked in.
This
you got
is
all
great
the TVs.
here. Yeah, you got all the TVs. It's great energy. Hey, are there any Philly players, kids in the tournament?
It's down here. So we have kids in the tournament this year, but not nearly as much. We have a kid from Norfolk State. We have a lot of girls that actually made it on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and on the basketball locally, we actually have 12 teams left in the semifinals of the PHLY.
Oh, wow.
So it's down to, the 6 classifications. Philadelphia has 12 teams left.
Oh, my God.
On the boys and girls
serious?
side. So, yeah, it's in the semifinals. And in the 6A, the largest classification, we have 3, all 3 that were allowed in the tournament, because we got 3 bids. Judge, Imhotep, and Roman are all in the semifinals, just on, Roman is on the west side of the bracket, but Judge and Imhotep play Saturday. So.
Dude.
Is that be the third time they play each other?
Yeah, rubber match. 1-1.
The trilogy.
The trilogy.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's actually
fantastic.
And it's such a big game, and we try to keep them in high school gyms. We don't have a gym locally that can fit it, so we had to go to Norristown. So it's a little outside the city, but the game will be in Norristown on Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Saturday, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we could get a Judge
Roman.
We
could have the rematch
again?
for the Catholic League final for the state championship.
How cool is that?
That would be
I love that
unbelievable.
the city owns the state of basketball.
Yeah, we got it on lock, man. I mean, 12 teams left. The girls are representing. We have girls on the public side, girls on the Catholic school side. We have Carroll Wood left. We have Alden Reed left. We have Newman left. We have Imhotep girls left. So we have 5 girls on that side, and we have 7 boys teams left.
Wow.
Councilman Isaiah Thomas, he actually coaches Sankofa boys.
Really?
He does?
Yeah. So he's city councilman.
I need to get a council job. How you got time to coach being a city council person?
He figures it out. So they're in the 1A finals, semifinals. So like we have boys spread out. Newman Gretty's still left.
Yeah.
Devon Prep, West Catholic. So we have a lot of teams being represented. So
Devon Prep boys still left?
Yeah, man.
Oh, they got that Swarthmore bound
They got
kid?
your Swarthmore
yeah, that's
boy.
my boy.
That's your guy.
So let me ask you a question. We're in March Madness, and everybody's excited. We're talking about all these teams. These coaches, you know.
Oh yeah,
they're through your school, all the schools here
nonstop.
They're always in.
And that's the cool part of my job. And I've been lucky enough to be at really strong athletic programs at Roman and at the prep where I've gotten a chance to meet. I mean, you name a coach, they've been through the door. So to build those relationships and be able to meet with those guys is really special. But Philly is a hotbed for football and basketball. So the two most polarizing sports, we just so happen to be really good at. And so those coaches in our building, like I sent Anthony a tweet, we got ranked the second hardest league in the entire country from last year, Catholic League, the Red Division.
In football?
In football, because we had 4 teams in the top 200. Roman and Bonner were near the end, but Prep and LaSalle were in the top 35. So we have 4 teams in a 7-team league.
Who is the hardest?
California. They had 5 teams in the top 100.
Wow!
In the same league.
Is that's the what's the big school?
Mater Dei out there.
Mater Dei,
yeah. Bosco. And,
Don Bosco.
Dude, that's huge because I went to undergrad in Western PA, and they're so football proud.
Yeah.
And for them to hear that, the Philly
Philly's
region,
taking over. So we were from strength of schedule and the teams where they finished from last year. We were ranked the second hardest league in the entire country.
Wow, that is so awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That is fantastic. So your schedule, you just got.
Yeah, we just lined it up.
So tell. You got to tell VG this schedule's unbelievable.
Yeah, so VG, we're playing American Heritage opener Friday night in Fort Lauderdale on ESPN.
On ESPN?
ESPN.
Yeah.
The 22nd of August, and we're playing against a Philly hoop star's Raja Bell's son.
Whoa.
Throwback.
Yeah.
Raja Bell from the 01 team and bounced around the NBA. His son Deja Bell is the number 2 quarterback in the country. He's going to Texas, so he plays for American Heritage.
Texas.
So we play them on ESPN, start. Then we come home. Labor Day, we'll play DeMatha. Big time power.
Yeah.
Then we'll take a bye. Then we play St. Francis out of Baltimore. They're a top 10 team in the country.
So the quarterback, who's from here, right?
No.
Wasn't he at Bonner?
No.
The kid at DeMatha?
Oh, maybe the kid at DeMatha, possibly. I'm not positive about that.
Because I think,
he started there and then transferred up there.
He was at Bonner.
Okay.
And in fact, he loved coach at Bonner. And he transferred to DeMatha.
Okay, so yeah, we'll see him. I mean, I know he trains with a lot of local kids, so that tracks. That adds up. Yeah,
because we were there. We were at one of the training sessions.
Yeah, he trains with Charlie sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
So Charlie and Mossimo got invited to throw with them, and it was awesome. Like, it was a bitter cold day. Right after you guys won the championship, Charlie was out there on Sunday morning, 2 days later,
getting back to work,
throwing it.
Let's go, baby.
Which is awesome. Yeah. Which is great.
So then we got St. Francis, top 10 team in the country, and then we'll play Good Counsel, which is one of the top teams in Maryland. So
Good Counsel.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron, man.
I love that.
Not dodging any of the smoke, and we're lining them up. So that's our national part of our schedule. And then we go in our league, which is no joke, right? We have Bonner, we have LaSalle, we have Roman, we have O'Hara. So we have a really strong schedule. Father Judge in our league, so they're on the rebuild over there. So we have probably one of the toughest schedules in the entire country.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, so we're excited.
Who are some of the coaches that have come through and that like Patino? You think about St. John's, right?
Yeah.
You think about Calipari.
I met Cal. Cal's been around. He's recruited some of the kids locally. Shaka Smart.
Yeah.
He's bounced around, but he's come through the building a lot. Penn State, Pat Chambers had a big hold on the area early on, so he was around a lot. But yeah, I mean, you name the coach, they've been through the doors at Roman or St. Joe's Prep. So just meeting them, getting to talk to them. JJ was probably, he's locally a legend, but he was literally probably one of the most humble coaches.
The greatest.
I would see him 2 years later, and after the first time I met him, he remembered my name, came right up to me. So that's the type of guy he is, and part of the reason why he was so successful. But yeah, you name it. I never met Coach K. I met Izzo.
Yeah, Izzo's a good dude.
But Coach K, Duke was never really in the Catholic League for some reason.
Right.
But met Izzo. Yeah, a lot of great coaches have been around, and it's special. And this time of year is awesome, man.
So
McDermott's a great guy.
Adam Fisher on earlier, Coach Fish.
Yeah.
He's like, I love Danny D.
Yeah, Fish is a great guy, man.
Yeah. So he'll get there. We got to just be patient with him. I believe in Fish.
They have a phenomenal staff. He built a great staff. He has local guys. They'll figure it out. They're great coaches. It's just in the NIL world. You got to kind of balance. It's a balancing act, right? So it's not just about being a great coach anymore, which is difficult.
Do
But he's a great guy.
like a powerhouse like Duke? Do they only sniff around like the big time prep, like the Monteverde stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean they take guys in the lower hundreds. They have, you know, they're very selective, and we've had kids who've been top 25, top 10. I guess it just never fit the build.
Yeah.
So at least in my years, I mean, it could have been previously, but yeah, I've never met Coach K or North Carolina, but basically every other college in the country has come through our door. I mean, USC, you know, Kentucky when Cal was there. Yeah, you name it. They're crazy, really good guy. McDermott's a really nice guy.
McDermott's smoking Louisville right now. They're all 15.
Wow. Yeah, Big East, man.
Look at that.
Big East, baby.
Look at that, Creighton.
Yeah.
What's your really Chucky doll? That's fantastic. Who's your Final Four?
I mean, Florida's really good. I like St. John's. I don't know if they can do it. Patino, you know, I love how he challenges kids. Duke is legit. If Flag's healthy.
Yeah.
I think it's top heavy this year.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, I hate to go chalk. I hate to go with the
I went
with
out
the
on
ones
a
and
limb on the
twos.
bracket because I hate going chalk.
Yeah.
But it's chalk this year. It's I think 1 and 2 seeds are going to run it.
Yeah.
By the way, we continue on YouTube, so everybody, we are in overtime, and we love our overtime.
Let's go, man.
Who's your Final Four?
So I had Florida. I had Auburn, Duke. I went chalk.
Yeah.
And then I think was it Michigan State maybe on the other side?
No,
Izzo and
Michigan
March.
State's with Auburn.
Izzo with
the
Auburn.
other one is it's the bottom one. Houston. It's the Houston bracket.
Oh yeah, Tennessee. I got Tennessee in that matchup. But again, I hate going chalk. It just when I've watched it this year, they've been so consistent at the top.
Yeah.
So, but it's March, man. This is great. I'm excited for the upsets.
It's March.
Me and my buddies love the first to 10 bets. They're electric.
Oh, really?
First to 10 points. They're so much fun.
Oh my God!
Because you know, you could take an underdog. Yeah, and they could get the 10 first.
Right.
So a lot of high five, a lot of hugs going on tomorrow. You know,
that's cool, man.
lock in, have a great day, and I'm excited. And then we're in the spring sports. Baseball had a great trip to Florida at the prep. They played some top talent around the country, and our boys held their own. They did really well, so I'm excited for the season to get underway.
I love it.
And you know, spring's in rhythm. Lacrosse is going. You know, we're already 2-3 lacrosse games deep, so we're doing well in that. And across the league, I'm excited to see how it progresses. But I'm excited for the season, man. Spring's awesome.
Love it, brother. Great to have you back.
You're the best, guys.
Yeah, you kidding me? It was awesome.
Love you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Danny.
Good seeing you, boys.
Yeah,
All right, I'll talk to
it.
you soon.
There he is, Danny D, the AD. Yes, we love it, man. So much fun. So much great stuff. Madness is here. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. This is awesome. So we see Creighton.
Oh my gosh. Creighton's up 20 all of a sudden.
Oh,
dude, yeah, it's not great.
Jeez. This is
Coach McDermott.
Like incredible.
Coach Buckets.
He is. What's up, brother? Like, look at this. This is
it's happening here today.
It is happening.
That's why I ran into like 18 people I knew.
It's wild, man.
It's unbelievable. So much fun.
Oh, yeah.
We love
the
it.
human slot machine's firing back
The
up.
human slot machine was.
Dude, they're giving away Yeti coolers.
I'm going to try.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to get that cooler.
Yeah. I'm obsessed
If you're
with
not
Yeti.
here, you should be here because it's really fun. A lot of fun.
I want to see you do the human slot machine.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do
The
it.
short ribs poutine's coming too, Mike says.
The sure rib poutine.
It's got a nice sunny side up egg on it
That's
for you.
exactly what I was looking for.
This stuff,
It's a good pizza, right?
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Again, man, you know it's good pepperoni when it
I
curls
love
up like
the
that.
cup. I
with
love
a little
the
cup
cup.
of grease.
Yeah.
Curls up. It's good stuff.
How do you feel about the sausage, though, being on it? Are you all right with the sausage?
Yeah, I love sausage. Yeah, I'm
You
a
good mixing meats?
Yeah, I got no problem.
Meat
with that.
mix?
Yeah. I mean, I'm normally just plain.
Yeah.
But I like our good pep.
Yeah.
But I like a sausage too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got no problem. with
Sausage out of the casing is just like
that. Delicious.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious.
There it goes, dude.
Yeah, this is a party, man. You got to find your way to Parx over the next couple days. So much fun.
Our own Nicole came by because it's funny. She lives like out in Bucks County, and I was like, "How long did it take you to get here?" She was like, I don't know, 13 minutes. Took me like 25 minutes. It's like at the
good
crossroads.
For you. Good for you.
Oh, you had to
Good
drive down
for
95, 35 minutes.
It's like 15 minutes
Close
from
to
South
everybody.
Philly.
Yeah,
it's not that far.
it's close to everything.
It's very convenient.
You know who frequents here? I believe Zach Berman's stepfather, or not stepfather, his father-in-law.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
nice.
he's a Parksman.
He's a Parksman?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. We love it. We absolutely love it. This is awesome. I guess that'll do it, right? Are we?
You want to do it back in the day?
We have one if you want one. Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. I'd love to do it back in the day.
It's a little tournament one.
I didn't know we were doing the Maniac.
Oh, is Maniac coming by?
Yeah, the Maniac.
I'll grab him.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's get Maniac going.
But go ahead. Just
Yeah,
do
we'll do
our-
it back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, back in the day.
We're going back, 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 back. We're going back, 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 back. We're going back, back.
Sounds great in the headset.
Back in the
You really get that bass.
Man, we got to go 1981 with one of the most annoying
That's
dudes
my birth year.
in basketball. Well, one Danny Ainge.
Oh, yes.
With a buzzer beater to lift BYU over Notre Dame 51-50 with 1 second left on the clock.
Wow. He was a hate to face.
Wasn't he like Mr. Basketball, football, and hockey or something in whatever state he's from, like Oregon?
Yeah, he was a great athlete.
He was like across the board.
Baseball,
Yeah.
He was baseball.
He
Real
took
quick.
it coast to coast. He took it coast to coast for that play.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did it take, 13 seconds?
7, I think.
This is great. Let me just read you what VG has here because he spent a lot of time, and at some point we're going to dive
A lot of time at
deeper
the
into
pub. By the way, we're launching the Brain versus VG head-to-head bracket competition presented by Bet Parx.
I love it.
We'll have these two compete and see who comes out on top.
I think it's great. I think it's great. In the one region, the Crosby region is the 1 seed. Daryl Morey's at 2. I like that. Jerry Jones at 3. J.D. Drew a 4. Josh Harris a 5. Aaron Rodgers a 6. Do we care about Aaron Rodgers?
I do hate him.
But he's a universal hate. Like, he's not indigenous to Philadelphia hate.
I got to say something real quick since we're in the trust tree.
Yeah.
I don't hate Jerry Jones.
I've grown to kind of like him.
He entertains me, and he's
Dude,
unserious.
He's actually a great dude. I had an interaction with him. No, like he's like a man's man, like a sportsman
Sure,
kind
he'd be
of guy.
great to party with.
Yeah.
But he's not like competition. He says a lot of dumb stuff. Like, he kind of amuses me.
Exactly.
Amuses me like a clown.
He's destroying the teams.
Yeah.
He's like, thank you.
It should just be blanket Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I had to come up with 64 of them, so blanket Cowboys a little tough.
All right, I hear you. Chipper Jones a good one. Chopped cheese a great one.
Larry.
Love the Larry chance.
One of the
Chopped
best.
cheese is great.
It's the bogus
New
New
York.
York
Yes.
cheesesteak,
Yeah.
right?
Horrible. Jersey drivers.
That's a great
that's
one.
a good one. Yeah.
You know what Jersey drivers love to do, and you're like,
I'm a Jersey driver now.
you live amongst them, and your plate says Jersey now.
Yeah, I can't say that.
They like to complain that PA drivers are worse about like driving in the left lane.
Oh, man,
the
all
short
the
rib
time.
poutine,
All the time.
and they're like the worst offenders.
And what for what?
They like yelling at us,
They say PA drivers always block the left
because we're
lane.
in the left lane.
Dude,
Oh, really?
they're the biggest offenders, and then they call people out on it. It's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's a bunch of
I'm
poutines
kinda
here.
out
Chief.
on all this. Like, if it was up to me, I would never drive in my life.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Just by choice, if we could chauffeur around. Like, I don't want a debilitating disease where I can't drive, but
No,
I want to
exactly.
choose
I
not to
couldn't do that.
drive.
Exactly.
I love driving. There's
Exactly.
nothing. It's
So
therapeutic.
Last Friday, my buddy goes, "Hey, I got an extra Big East tournament ticket. Can you make it up?" And I was like, "The only way I can pull this off is if I hop on a train." And I'm not driving over to Jersey and hopping on transit. So I checked out Amtrak prices. Dude, it was like $370 round
you
trip.
can't-
Oh, that's
Day
outrageous.
of.
No, yeah, it's
And I was
horrible.
just like,
To go
this
where?
sucks.
New York.
To Madison Square Garden.
Oh, you got to plan it out. If you get it
I
ahead
mean,
of
if
time,
you get
it's
it 3 weeks in advance, it's
18
okay.
bucks. Yeah.
But there's no impromptu.
Nah.
It sucks.
So that's one. That's the one region. Some of the other ones, he's got Embiid's body.
That's a strong two.
That could be a 1
The
seed.
Schuylkill Expressway.
That's a 1.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz. That's awesome. Papelbon. This is a great region.
Papelbon.
Bynum, Jim Kenny, Pete Alonso, Cutter Gauthier. Boston fans, Barnaby. That's a great region.
That is a strong
We were
region.
unsure about Barnaby, but we got to throw some out for the old heads.
That is a strong region.
Then he goes Chip Kelly, Natitude, classic, Fultz, the Port Authority, Eddie Jordan, Al Horford,
Princeton.
that's a good one, Mr. Met, Romo, New York. New York's got to be a 1 seed. Adam Silver, that's good. Stickle, Leon, that's a good one.
Leon Stickle. Nobody knows who that is.
He was a hockey linesman who blew the Flyers Islanders game. The Sodfather,
Oh, he can rot in hell.
Tahani Jones,
George Choma.
Dude,
No
the
dollar dogs.
No dollar dog night at a 12 seed is dangerous.
yeah.
That is a strong 12.
Drake's Cakes.
I don't know.
Cause Joe Buck is a 2 seed.
Dude, I like Joe
I
Buck.
like Joe Buck.
But
That's
the
my
people
boy.
hate him.
People do hate him.
That's my boy,
I
Joe.
know.
Ben Simmons, Gannon.
Yeah.
You got Joe Buck ahead of all them?
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. The people hate Joe Buck.
John Polaris. Gabe Kapler.
I love John, but people have not forgotten the storm of the century.
Dude, you don't have, what's his face? You got Gabe Kapler, but you don't have,
Joe Girardi?
no. He should be in there too. Come on. You have Kapler, but not the true evil.
Clentak?
Yes.
Oh, Clentak.
That's a big miss.
It happens. We said this. We did a cheers at the bar. We're like, people in the chat and anything will be like, you missed this guy, you missed this guy. We're like, we'll deal with it.
Yeah, I got you.
The ice cream
We'll deal with
suckers.
it.
Oh, look at this. You got some olive oil and
Danny
some
D.
limoncello. Huh?
Danny D, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he gives you that for
I made
VG.
during COVID. I made my own limoncello.
You did?
Yeah,
You used the peel and the
yeah.
and the.
It's relatively easy.
Yeah. You got,
It was good.
yeah.
I love limoncello.
You got to make sure you leave the white of the rind because that's the flavor of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
Maniac.
know that for next time
Yeah.
when I make it.
Yeah.
Let me pull the
The cello.
maniac in here before we get out of
All
here.
right, we'll find out about what the maniac has to say. I'll take another slice of pizza. Oh, pizza.
Yeah.
Dude, you do the poutines?
I love a poutine, but you
Got
know,
a big bag
there's
of
probably
poutine.
beef in it. I don't do the beef.
Hey, give me a big bag of poutine, would you? How's the poutine?
He
What's up,
doesn't
boys?
do the poutine.
I love a poutine, but I don't do
Why
beef.
doesn't he do the,
beef.
who doesn't do the poutine?
I don't do the poutine.
All right.
The meat. I
Unless
forgot.
it's plant-based poutine, I'm in.
Oh, man.
One of those guys.
Oh, jeez.
Is that even a thing?
Maniac Malloy.
How the hell are you, cuz?
This is awesome.
Is this not the greatest?
This
I mean,
is a party.
this is top day. This is top sports day of the year, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bigger than the Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
Yes.
For me, it is, yes.
Thursday, Friday. Because it's
I mean, unless the Eagles are in it, though.
right.
Yeah.
But it's 2 full days.
Yeah.
Jumbo 1 game. Unless it's us. But this is 2 full days
Plus,
wall to wall.
plus, you think it's over Saturday or it's going to calm down. It ain't. It's not. We're
It's
coming
Sunday-
at you.
Sunday night, all night.
Come on.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
That's
It doesn't
right.
get any
That's
better.
right. What we got going on over here?
Oh, man, we got the human slot machine. If you like fun, come on down 2999 Street Road, Bensalem, Parx Casino, Parx Sportsbook. Right outside of that, we got this human slot machine. We got 3 humans in there, right? And you got a couple different outcomes. We got cards. You hit the button after you sign up for the BetParx app. Prove you are playing with BetParx. You get a spin on the wheel. 1 spin on the wheel, you're going to be a winner. Either way, you're either taking home a T-shirt, a sweatshirt, or a very, very nice BetParx embroidered Yeti cooler.
That is
Fits up
very
to
nice.
16 beers. I've done it. I filled it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's got a strap with it, and they even get the, have you ever heard of zipper lubricant?
No.
What is that?
Exactly. So come on down, Parx Casino, baby. Get your zipper lubricant for your Yeti cooler. We're giving them away.
I like it.
That's fantastic.
That's a nice cooler.
How'd you let him out of his home?
Which one? Hannon?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what? He comes out every once in a while just to make sure we're doing everything, and then he'll vanish into the night. He just vanishes. That's my boy. Father Judge guy, you know?
I know he is. He's my main man.
I saw you had the prep guy on here. That's my boy. Can you think he can get my son into the school? Or is that why you have him on the show? Because you're trying to get your kids in. Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, you never know.
My son told me the other day he wanted to go to the prep. I almost swerved off the road.
So mine is wherever he gets a job.
Working at the prep? Or
quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
No, the school has to choose you.
True.
So if you're a quarterback, there's only so many quarterbacks.
It's like the doctors when they match.
I leave it open. Like whatever, he's going to play quarterback. So whatever job he gets.
There's where you're going.
That's where we go to
See
school.
you at Lansdale Catholic, baby.
Could be anywhere.
I'll be repping them.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
No, that's what goes on.
Whoever gives him wants him to play quarterback.
Well, my kid, he's about 3 foot.
That's mine.
He's a small guy. Mom's about 4'11". I'm 5'7" on a good day. And he told me, Dad, I think I really want to be a pro baseball player one day. And I went, you know what? You could do it. Or you could come to work with Dad over at Parx Casino. I'll throw you on the back of a horse. You could be a jockey. And that would be really good. Or we'll hook him up with Eddie Alvarez, another Parx guy, and be an MMA fighter. So that's what I gave him. 2 options, jockey or MMA fighter. Because, listen, he ain't going to be that tall, kid. Come on. If you want to go pro in something, I can help you out.
I like it.
A little dangerous, though.
I love
Just a tad.
You're the best.
All right.
Maniac Malloy.
You're the man. I got one for you today. Georgia. Gonna kick their heinies. Let's go. Georgia money line. Lock it in. Lock it in. He's in.
VT's on the other side. Yes. Brains on your side. Let's go. Yes. That's a good deal, man.
I like that Jack even more now.
How about the Brain VG fight?
I love it. I can't wait to follow their brackets.
The Brain gets heated.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, I'm going to wrestle with you, VG. I love you, VG.
Yeah.
But we're going to wrestle.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this bracket challenge.
See how it goes. I don't know if I want to wrestle the Brave, but yeah, I'm cool with a bracket challenge.
How many different brackets do you have?
I usually do the same bracket everywhere.
So do I.
I don't like
I kind of hate it a little bit.
I don't like to mix around.
We got it right here, the official VG bracket.
Right? All right.
Right here,
Let me see.
there you go. There
Let
it
me
is.
pick it apart.
Go ahead.
Florida.
I got Florida, too. I can't help myself.
I like Florida. Arizona, though. I don't know about that.
Yeah, you hate Arizona. I know.
Arizona. Kentucky going deep.
I told you I'm going to
He's
live and
got
die with Kentucky. I told you that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Here comes the poutine. It's coming
Yeah.
out.
It's got the Kentucky.
Baldini's bringing it over.
I like the Florida.
I'm excited for that poutine.
I like Auburn. That region's crazy, that Michigan State region. Because Michigan State's not that good.
I know. I kind of wish A&M was down in that.
What's
half
that?
chalk.
One
half
chalk?
Yeah. The other half's wacky.
Let's go updates. I love the updates. 15, Creighton's up 49-34 over the Bell.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, here's the poutine with the sunny side egg. Look at that.
Large.
Look at
And
this.
the steak.
That is large. That's
That's
beautiful.
outrageous.
Thank you.
Mike, this is a party here at Party. This is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
ETA, don't put the egg in. No!
Oh, yeah.
He
I
doesn't
don't
like
want
One
it.
without egg. There's one without egg. You're going to have to go that one.
I'll do the egg
This
with
one's
you.
getting
I'll do
egg on
egg,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't like egg.
Oh, come
What
on.
is this? That's interesting.
That's a $6 egg.
No, I don't do the egg.
They're just giving eggs away.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Purdue, he's mushing it around. Purdue 31-25 over the High Point.
That's not real life there.
How was it? Outrageous?
It's really good, yeah.
Wisconsin's coming up 130, and then Houston at 2. We got the hoops all day today, baby. The hoop, we love it. Are you going to be here tomorrow?
No.
Okay. We will.
I am doing Phillies tomorrow with Tyler.
This is. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Come up here and do it.
We got Pat Egan's coming in. We got a whole game show.
All right.
But I would love to be. I'd rather be here because I can see the game.
I know. I mean,
you know,
Pat. Do it here.
Yeah, Pat's popping in tomorrow.
Yeah. This is what a tremendous day here at Parx.
Yeah.
We absolutely love
National holiday. This and next Thursday.
Yeah. So we'll be right back at the same time, 11 o'clock tomorrow. All right. And again, thanks to all of our friends here at Parx Casino and the BetParx app. We love it. We had a blast. Great job, Frazier.
Frazier.
What do you think there, VG?
Good job, man.
Good
Can't
luck
wait.
Good luck tonight.
Let's go pound beers.
Let's win some bets, pound some beers.
I love it. Enjoy, everybody. Have fun. All right? This is what it's all about.
Ooh,
all right?
here
it's
you
an
go.
American holiday. Oh, my God.
There you go. I know you're trying to be good today, but it's a holiday, you know?
Oh, my
Looks like
God.
it has an onion ring on top
Oh, baby.
of the patty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, you kidding me?
We're living over here. I might never leave
I don't
today.
think we're leaving today. We're getting fat.
Yeah, this is... I'm on this thing. You know that.
but today's an exception.
Oh, here
right?
comes another.
Oh, my God. Look at Mike.
Oh, we got 4 of them.
Oh, my God. So meet us here tomorrow, and we'll still have food.
Yep.
All right, and you can hang with us. It really is great. What a day. Thanks for hanging, everybody. We love you. Have fun. We'll see you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.